Welcome to another exciting edition of The Ravens Flock. That's right, folks. We are here on Saturday evening of September 7th, and we're happy to have you all tuning in tonight. There's a lot to get into, so let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I am Jose Casabona. I am the host, the founder, executive producer, and content manager of this channel. And once again, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And joining on my left is the host of Los Amigos Play, Japanese culture enthusiast here, Mr. Angel Mendez.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. As usual, it is my joy and my pleasure to sit on this chair and talk some match with you guys. Thank you as usual, and I hope that you enjoy making this show as much as we enjoy making it for you.
You mean watching the show?
No, they're making it for us.
How are they?
Because if it wasn't for them, we will make it.
I mean, he's
not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Wrong.
And joining us on our far left is one of our awesome cosplayers on this channel. Folks, we have Dragonfang Cosplay.
Hi, guys. I just realized something.
Yes?
What?
Almost a few more months until the end of the year.
I know.
Time goes really fast,
3 more
don't
months.
it? I
1 more
know.
month until our birthday.
Congratulations.
We're old. No, we're
Oh,
old.
God.
No, we're aging
No.
backwards.
Can you imagine,
Yeah,
like,
let's
oh my
reverse
goodness. Sometimes when you're not paying attention, the time flies.
I thought it was January.
And because
so.
we're all adults, you can't even afford the luxury of having fun. Now it's just flying by itself. Oh, well, there it goes.
I know, it's like flying like a pig.
It's like, hey, it's February. It's February. What do you mean it's September now?
Time
Nope,
is
it's
a
September
valuable-
now.
Remember, guys,
Where
the
did
wise
the
man
months
once told
go?
you, time is a valuable thing.
No, guys,
Watch
it's not
it fly
September.
by as the pendulum swings.
No, it's not
Keep
September.
that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time.
Oh,
Guys,
Guys.
it's not September. It's spooky season.
Ah, yes.
Halloween approaches.
Yes, and speaking of someone who's in the spooky season spirit here, folks, we have xeiana Rose cosplay.
Apparently in a closet
Hi, guys.
cosplay of Freddy Krueger, now that I'm looking at it.
No,
I
I was
about
representing
to wear
Shadow.
the same thing.
No, I was representing Shadow the freaking Hedgehog.
I
Come
know.
on.
I said almost closet cosplay
Yes.
because Freddy Krueger's dark stripes is more like dark mud green rather than black, but still.
But yeah, no, spooky season, the best season, and also it's Halloween all year long.
Spooky
Thank
time.
you.
Spooky time! That being said,
Oh.
keep all sharp objects and claws away from xeiana Rose.
Too late
And
for that.
Agreed.
Too late for that. But can I just say, sorry, it's not Christmas. It is spooky Christmas.
Exactly.
Spooky time.
Do not put out
Nightmare
Christmas
Before
stuff
Christmas,
or
thank
we
you.
kill
That's when evil Santa shows up, the one from Futurama.
No, Jack
All right.
Skellington shows up.
Of-
Thank you.
And of
Okay.
course, folks, let's not forget the host of the Black Files, my tech partner for Wrestle Rewind, a man who puts in the hours, spanned all the videos on his channel every single week. A man who is a Linkin Park enthusiast. Seriously, he
Don't touch
plays it
me.
every day. Mr. Juan Arauz.
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget the mister.
And much like all our other shows, folks, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below, and we'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you are here to help rescue the Ravens flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard and staying strong at the Ravens flock, making your voice our mission. The only thing standing in our way these days is the fact that we have to work a 9-to-5 job just to keep the lights on. But there's a very simple solution to this, and all it involves is what you've already been doing with us, is continuing to give us your support. Continue to spread the word of the Ravens flock. Encourage your friends and family, if they're interested in the news of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between, to come follow the Ravens flock. Let them know of the work that we've been doing for over 10 years to help uplift the nerd community in our own way. And in time, we'll be able to have enough inner flockers to be able to unplug ourselves from the machine of working for dumb man, who's not voiced by Samuel L. Jackson this time. That's why it's not cool to work for a dumb man. And work for ourselves and for you instead. With your help, we can and will succeed. You also get access to members first and members only content, especially special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you get access to all of us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Hey, up in the chat, we've got a whole nice little house over here. Let's see, Sarah Serenity, Magical Cosplay. How you doing, sweetheart? Mr. Quake, Lisa Boo. I see Ben Cruz in the chat.
Hello, Ben Cruz.
Let's
Welcome.
see who else. D Nice Santi, D Nice. How you doing, hun? This is my December. This is my time of the year.
Oh, trust me, we're going to get to a lot of that in a little bit. But yeah, no, folks, thank you for tuning in already, lighting up the live chat right now. And you know what? Hey, you know what?
Xeiana Rose shit, sorry, Matthew Coburn, I see him too. Sorry.
How you doing? Yeah,
How you doing, Matthew Coburn?
Xeiana Rose and Dragonfang do have a point. While time may fly by as fast as a pig with wings on that one episode of The Simpsons, actually, no, there were no wings. He was just launched. Anyways,
it's just a little airborne. It's so good. It's so good.
It's gone.
I know.
But what's not gone is the spirit of spooky season, and the spirit of spooky season runs wild around this time of year. And in order for us to keep up with the season, to keep up with all these folks who love all things spooky, whether it's movies, decorations, or candy, or costumes, etc., we need a special dose of energy to go with that, don't we?
Yes.
I think we do, don't we, Angel?
Yes, we do, because as the spooky season approaches, we need the energy, not just to escape the scares and the frights of the world, but to escape the scare and the frights that lie in the depths of your heart and brain when you're trying to sleep at 3 in the morning and everything gets cold, Juan. Everything gets so cold. But thankfully, we have a bit of warmth into our world with the wonderful folks at Glytch Energy, who not only have granted us a delicious amount of nutrition and electricity and all that jazz, but flavors! Flavors, baby! Hundreds of flavors! We got flavors for days. We got every fruit, candy, tasty, and spectacular drug you can possibly imagine. And they have been nice enough to allow us to offer you a 20% Flock Fuel code that we hope that you will use, because this product is already fairly affordable. The fact that we're going to shop down a fifth of the price just for you means that we care, and more importantly, that we want your money. But more importantly,
they want your money.
They want your money. Thank you. At the end of the day, we don't sell you something that doesn't matter. We don't sell you something that we don't want to drink, and I want to drink this right now. Unfortunately, my lawyers have advised me that I cannot inject this directly into my vein because it's bad for my health.
However, Angel, you can have a sip of my neon sugar if you'd like. It's the cotton candy flavored one, inspired by Laura the Explorer.
My advisors have told me that is bitching. Let me try out.
And of course, folks, the Glytch product comes complete with 0 sugars, 0 calories, zero carbs, and 0 crash. And as far as flavor goes, Glytch has got you covered because and they have a large selection of different flavors to choose from on their website, glitchenergy.com, and there's new flavors coming out every week.
Already,
there's a new one already.
There's a brand new one right there. Hang on. Bleh and bleh.
Influenced by World of Warcraft card games.
No, actually, this one over here. This is the brand new one. Come on. Don't be shy. It's called Complexity Clutch. I don't know what. I can't read that, but now I will. Hang on. Open sesame. Check that out. Sour citrus punch flavored. Inspired by the esports group Complexity.
Yeah, and unlike esports, this is actually worth consuming.
Dude,
hey.
you've got your vices.
I
we got
would
ours.
love to try that.
Oh, sour citrus punch. Oh God. Okay, I'm thinking this like a Hawaiian punch kind of thing, dude.
Ooh, yeah.
Dude,
Sour.
I'm down.
But sour.
Delicious.
I got no
down.
issues with that.
Of course, we want to thank Glytch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock. Thank you very much. And Angel, I need to get connected with my counselor. I mean, I think there's a lot for you to unpack.
Wait, really? All those bags of luggage right there? I guess I don't know who those.
What do you think, Juan?
Well, one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't really matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time.
But all I know is
time is a valuable thing.
Watch it count down as the pendulum swings.
Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock ticks life away. So unreal.
But did you look down below though?
Watch the time flow right out the window.
I tried to hold on.
It didn't even know.
We wasted it all?
To watch you go.
Damn, okay, bye guys.
No! You kept everything inside, and even though you tried, it all fell apart.
But what it meant to me was eventually just a memory of the
All
time.
right, guys. Whoa. Let's save that main lyric for a little bit later.
Hey, no, come on. Let's do it. Come on. All of us together. One time. Come on.
All right, fine. We tried
so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to watch it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
All right. Anyway,
cut.
Anyway,
right.
that's enough talking about the PS5 and its lack of games. Let's talk
Wow.
about shit now.
So, guys, let's discuss Linkin Park. To put it,
shit!
Hold on, Struggler in the chat. A up here, by the way, he's been an inner flocker for 12 months. He's hit his 1 year anniversary.
way to go, Struggler. All right.
1 year, yeah. Thanks for letting me be a part of the flock here. You guys are awesome. Here's to another year.
You're
We
pretty
appreciate
cool
you.
yourself, dude.
Now, to get into the main story, let's talk about Linkin Park. To put it in simple terms, Linkin Park has been one of the greatest alternative bands of all time.
Rock bands.
It's alternative
New
rock
rock.
bands of all time.
Hip hop rock.
I got
everything.
this. And yeah, no, they've made waves starting in 2001 with their first album, Hybrid Theory, and then afterwards they released the Reanimation album, which
Which
shows
is like
more,
their remix
which
of.
shows their remix and shows their chops in collaboration with
It
different
also
artists.
shows that they were fucking nerds. Did you know that the cover of that album was straight up a Gundam?
Yes,
Yes.
it's beautiful. I loved it.
Fucking
That's my
nerds.
number one. That and the Collision Course album that they made with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Sorry, you got. I
Yeah,
can't
no,
help.
but honestly, in my opinion, their popularity peaked with the release of their album Meteora.
Yes.
You think that's their peak, Jose? After Meteora, that's when they started hooking up with the Transformers movies, and then they had Minutes to Midnight.
yes.
They made banger bucks off of that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well, yeah, but think about how many songs from Meteora is played on the radio on a daily basis.
think of how many songs from Linkin Park period are played on a daily basis.
That's the thing, though. They didn't hook up with Transformers because, okay, here's the thing. If they weren't popular before, they would have not been in Transformers. Linkin Park reached what can only be described as a paradoxical peak of popularity, where everybody claimed to hate them, but everybody knew their songs. Everybody
Which
knows
is bullshit.
their songs.
Like, don't try to lie to us.
Even now, people complain because Linkin Park came out during a time where the boy band craze was at full swing.
Yep.
NSYNC,
Yes.
2001.
Backstreet Boys, 3,000 not quite mumble rappers, but they were kind of mumbling the rap, whatever.
No, Angel, that's later.
The point is, they were very popular in a time where their archetype was very popular. But they basically rocked too hard because many of their songs weren't the kind of songs you expect to hear from a boy band. And as a result, they reached...
Linkin Park was never meant to be a boy band.
Exactly.
They're a
But-
rock band.
But don't forget, they came out during the time of boy bands, and the entire band was made of very attractive boys. So that means that whether they like it or not,
They kind of gained that.
they accidentally
type.
ran into the niche without meaning to. So they basically ended up in the yin-yang of popularity, where everybody tells you they suck, but nobody can quite tell you why they do. It's not like Nickelback. No, this was the real shit. People fucking love Nickelback, and they love to hate Nickelback. Everybody complained about their songs, but you say one sentence, and they immediately know what they're talking about.
Never made it as a blind man.
Oh no! We're gonna put a pin on that. This is we're talking about. Listen, we're here to
like
talk about
Reds.
Linkin Park. Chad Kroger could go suck it.
Boning cases.
This is how you remind me, Jose.
No, I don't. Spider-Man. So yeah, point in case is, like I said, Linkin Park got so big that they became big enough to be hated and then to be loved again, which is genuinely impressive. They didn't go into Transformers. They wouldn't have gotten there if they weren't that popular, which is kind of bizarre because now I'm thinking of like a different time frame where it was just Disturbed or something. Anyway,
No. You do make a good point. Linkin Park was integral in becoming involved with the Transformers movies. The first three ones. The ones
Yes.
in 2007, Revenge of the Fallen in 2009, and Dark of the Moon in 2011.
okay, fine. Hero was a good song.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that was Hero, and besides, that wasn't all Nickelback. That was Chad Kroger from Nickelback and
Yeah.
Josie Scott from Saliva together.
Oh yeah,
And-
Saliva did the Batista song.
No, yeah, no, and,
Yes.
no. I was saying the Spider-Man song was
Yeah.
Chad Kroger and Josie Scott together.
The lead singers of both bands collaborating.
Okay, so
But-
that's why it was actually good.
But getting back to the Linkin Park, these guys are fantastic. And unfortunately,
in 2017,
in
tragedy
2017,
struck.
tragedy struck when the lead singer of Linkin Park, Chester Bennington
Bennington.
passed away.
He punched his own ticket.
Sadly, the man had been struggling with both depression and a severe drug addiction for years, and despite the best efforts, that was the one fight that he could not win. Needless to say, the world of music was devastated. If I recall, his that song, Breaking the Habit, was made of him trying to express his frustration with his inability to let go of the problem. That sadly got too bad for him, and eventually he took his own life. Unfortunate and unpleasant, but the whole world came together to wish his condolences upon the members of the band. And for a while, there was just this bit of a hollow period of what are they going to do now? Kind of
Yeah, for the past 7 years, we fans, we've, of course, hung on to our best memories, our favorite songs from Linkin Park. And, of course, we all mourned for Chester Bennington because who has it? The guy's And he's the lead singer of Linkin Park.
Yeah, no, the man, he wasn't quite the face of the band per se, but he was like
The voice.
he was the voice of the band, and
He was the voice. Yeah, no, and that
that's
was
usually
and,
the one that ends the business when it
Yeah.
goes away.
and Chester Bennington, like his past Bennington is like this huge, like it leaves like a huge what if in everybody's mind. Like, what if Chester didn't punch his own ticket and the band kept going for the next 7 years?
Alas, that was a reality that never came to be, and for a while people did fear that the band was going to disband, but in both honor of the time that they spent together and in honor of Chester, they decided to stick together. And if I recall, that led to the release of that unreleased video you showed me.
Not unreleased video. It was in celebration of the 20th anniversary of Meteora. Is when they put the anniversary edition of Meteora along with the unreleased song before called Lost.
That's right. Meteora was released in 2003.
And so last year is when they did the 20th anniversary, and Lost was like the last new thing that we've all got to hear
Like a
from
preview
Chester.
of the man.
And the music video that was made was like half AI, half artistically generated, but clearly all animation version of taking the band's performances and mashing them together so that we can get Chester actually singing the lyrics to Lost.
It's like that
for
time
us,
they
which
put
was
that Pole guy in the
was
Fast
awesome.
and Furious
I'm
movie.
lost in
Now- and
these
now-
memories.
And now, fast forward 1 year later, things are starting to, well, depending on your worldview, like it took another turn for the legendary band of Linkin Park as they found a new singer to join the band.
That's
and
right.
in the span of
48 hours.
48 hours, it's all this huge news has already been met with controversy.
Alas, controversy strikes. Now, the good news is that Linkin Park ain't going away anytime soon.
And
The bad news is that, hey, man, you still need a lead singer, so we gotta find somebody to, plug the hole in there. And they picked none other than another singer who apparently has years of experience in the industry, the one known as Emily Armstrong.
So, in this article shared to you guys, provided by Yahoo Entertainment, headline reads, How Linkin Park Found Its Way Back with New Singer Emily Armstrong. This comes to us by Susie Byrne. That was yesterday, Friday the 6th. Yay, thank you for that. Okay, Linkin Park is regrouped and is making music once again, 7 years after the death of frontman Chester Bennington. On September 5th, the California-based band announced Emily Armstrong as the new vocalist and announced plans for a new album and tour this fall. Armstrong, previously of the LA-based rock band Dead Sarah, made her debut the same day during a live stream concert. So, yeah, this was live streamed to everyone, and I shared it to you guys. I shared it to the folks of the Popcorn Planet family, and, it was just fucking... It was right here in the fields, guys. It was beautiful. It was like they're doing everything right, and they're doing right by Chester, and the band has never been better. Okay, Armstrong joins as co-lead vocalist, and there's a new drummer, Colin Britton, replacing Rob Burton. The group composed of longtime members, co-lead vocalist / guitar / keyboardist Mike Shinoda, lead guitarist Brad Delson, bassist Dave Farrell, and DJ Joe Hahn, was founded in 1996. You think these motherfuckers are gonna break up after having been around for nearly 30 years?
Nah,
Fuck
man.
that. They'll find a way, and they did.
It takes like an actual murder to break up a band that lasted that long.
Oh, and it wasn't even a murder. What's his face? Chester punched his own ticket instead.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, and for folks who are like, oh well, you're destroying the integrity of Linkin Park. Like, nah, Chester was brought in after the band was formed. He was brought in 1999.
You still need vocals. If anything, you're trying to put the integrity back. Listen, I lost the door to my house. It sucks, but I gotta get a new door.
Yeah, but
Like, that is
also,
inevitable.
how many other bands have literally replaced singers?
Constantly.
Yeah,
Constantly,
like
yeah.
Evanescence. So many
Find me a
singers.
single band that
Yeah,
hasn't
no,
replaced one of their
Evanescence. They
members.
replaced Ben Moody.
Who was the lead guitarist and one of the co-founders of Evanescence, along with Amy Lee.
Listen, sometimes the artists simply cannot stay. Sometimes there's disagreements. Sometimes they want
Real
to do
life
their own
issues.
thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes they
It's
simply
real life
decide to
issues.
stop chasing the bag. It happens. That's cool.
It's the situation. These
maybe
situations are
medical
part of the
conditions,
territory.
Yeah.
too.
Business is business.
You
right?
find me one band in the world that hasn't replaced its members, and I'll find you a bunch of fucking
Maybe
liars.
a new band,
Well, yeah.
but then in the future.
Well, listen, when they were a garage band, they had like another guy, but he left because he was doing too many drugs. The only band that hasn't changed is I Shine, because it's just Johnny Young Bosch
Hey, I like that.
and company.
Like, even Metallica fucking changed how many different guitarists along with James
Enough.
Hetfield? like bassist and all that? Okay, yeah. All right, continue with the article. Linkin Park, one of the best-selling bands of the 21st century, will release an 11-track studio album, From Zero, on November 15th, which will be the band's first since 2017's One More Light. Its lead single, The Emptiness Machine, was released on Thursday. So that was the new song that these guys came out with.
Why is that man literally covered in diamonds?
Dude, it's because that this band is now diamonds.
Holy shit. This band is now diamonds.
Yes. The band will hit the road on a 6-city tour with shows in LA, Brooklyn, Hamburg, Germany, London, Seoul, South Korea, and Bogota, Colombia. It plans a more extended tour in 2025. What happened to the band after Bennington's death? 2 months after One More Light was released and days before the band was to embark on a tour, Bennington kicked the bucket at his home in Palos Verdes Estate, California on July 20th, 2017. He was 41. The singer struggled with depression and substance use, said his wife, Talinda, who had since been an outspoken advocate for awareness around mental health. A lot of the themes of the songs that Linkin Park came out with, there's very heavy themes of the mental health issues. Like, they're right there in the lyrics. I'm lost.
Yeah.
These memories.
Even the most popular ones, like that song that people get quoting in the end, actually read the lyrics, and it's literally, this is the story of an abusive relationship that didn't work out. And no matter how hard I try to save it,
it's not subliminal, it's superliminal, it's the point.
It's in your face.
It's text, it's not metatextual, it's not subtext, it's just text, it's there.
In the end, it's literally, I am singing about an abusive relationship that didn't work out.
See, the band went on hiatus shortly after Bennington's death, though it held a tribute concert later that year for the frontman. Since then, the group has put out several re-releases, including the 20th anniversary editions of Hybrid Theory and Meteora. Earlier this year, it released Paper Cuts, the singles collection of 2000 to 2023. As for what the band members have been doing outside of Linkin Park, Shinoda released a solo album, including Post-Traumatic in 2018, and the multi-volume Dropped Frames in 2020.
Even the titles are about stress and sadness.
God
Look
damn.
at that shit.
Yeah. For the most part, Delson, Farrell, Hahn, and Burden, the band's drummer who isn't returning for this regroup, stopped making music.
Sometimes people just stop. Okay, dude, what's going to be the next album? Well, I was thinking between I Am Sad and I Am Really Sad and I Am Really Sad Part 2. Part 2 is really special.
Okay, but let's save the Part 2 for the re-release. It'll get everybody completely loaded.
I'm gonna remember to I Am Depressed.
All right, there we go.
It'll be like cult classic for music.
So let's see, and what else? The four remaining founders of the band initially formed as Zero before Bennington joined, and the name was changed to Linkin Park. Said in a statement that they started spending time together again in recent years to reconnect with the creativity and camaraderie of their early days.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them, because can you imagine be like, yeah, we're the best friends. What do you mean he just killed himself? Like
we're still best friends, man.
Yeah, but I need some time to myself, man.
Yeah, no, the new studio... Bless you. Bless you again. The new album's title, From Zero, the band's 8th studio album, is a nod to their original band name and signifies both their, quote, humble beginning and the journey we're currently undertaking. Sonically and emotionally.
Sonic!
But keep going.
Sonically and emotionally, it's about past, present, and future, embracing our signature sound, but new and full of life. It was made with a deep appreciation for our new and longtime bandmates, our friends, our family, and our fans. Fucking... Like it's in there. Let's see. In an interview with Billboard, Farrell said there quote wasn't an end game as far as Linkin Park went, with Shinoda saying everybody was always close, even if they're not talking all the time.
Ain't that the reality of adult friendships?
Now, I'm going to leave the rest of the article for you folks to read on your own time, on your own dime. But basically, what it boils down to is that yes, while they were having a tough time trying to see whether or not they could actually get back together, the fact that they went ahead and got to speaking with Emily Armstrong, went ahead and showed their resolve to like. Let's not let this get in the way. Let's do right by Chester. Let's do right by what our fans have been asking from us. And, like, shit.
We got no choice but to make the music, baby. The show must go on. Damn you.
God damn.
Yeah,
That's hard.
And
that was hard, all right.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, no, and of course the phrase, what Chester would have wanted, or what's best for Chester. A lot of us fans, we can have our opinions about it, and opinions are subjective, but ultimately, like nobody would know what Chester would want it, except for the band itself.
Indeed.
Well, and even then, that's just the best educated
They
guess.
knew it as the best they could. Now, unfortunately, while normally this would have been just a case of, okay, cool, we got a new singer. She has like 20 years of experience in business. She
Yeah.
can do this shit.
Real quick, Johnny Ortiz, hey up, Johnny Ortiz. Welcome to the Ravens flock.
Sup?
Wait, is this a replacement to Chester? Yes.
You're going to have to.
And
you need
like,
a singer.
I mean, of course, you're going to need to have a new lead singer along with it. And
Hang on, I think we got a new user, Rickzilla.
Rickzilla! Most people were going after Emily for her views on Scientology.
We're gonna get to
We're
that.
actually
We'll get
getting to that now.
Also, Rickzilla, if you're new to this channel, please hit the like and subscribe button and tell your friends about the Ravens flock.
Yeah, hold yourself out for us. Thank you. So, now, in any other occasion, this would have been a perfectly simple case of, okay, man, yeah, it sucks it had to happen, but it happened. We got a new singer. She's got experience in the industry.
And she's
as
not
long-
half bad.
If she can belt out the lyrics good enough, we can do this. Unfortunately, that was not the case because this singer is unfortunately attached to what is considered to be one of the most malign cults in the history of America. This lady has roots in Scientology.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
fucking
right.
hell.
The HOA of religion has unfortunately.
The HOA of religion.
Actually, you're really not wrong about that.
not-
And unfortunately, her deep connection.
Damn,
to
Angel,
the-
that was really deep.
it's
Whoa,
reality.
dude, just because it's true, it doesn't mean you have to say it like that.
Listen,
so
I have
true,
no
and I wish it was
connection to
wrong.
them, and I will shit on them all day long. There's
So
nothing
will
they
I.
can do to me.
Dude, I've been shitting on
wish that was
Scientology since
wrong,
before
but
the
it's
Ravens.
not.
I am a proud hater of them. You know
I mean,
why?
Literally, they were our next door neighbors.
Yeah.
By
I
Scientology
will-
people.
Well, hang on a minute.
Gerard McLaughlin was over here saying, let Chester rest in peace for fuck's sake. He is. No one's messing with Chester in any
Yeah.
way.
I mean, in order to continue the band, they do need to have a new
They need a singer.
They
yeah.
need a new
really
singer.
For the
But it-
record, though, my dislike of Scientology is personal because I was raised Catholic.
So was I.
And
And
the thing, and the people in that church treated me nicely. Those priests were some of the nicest, most respectful people I ever met. I met some genuinely good friends in there, and though I never genuinely became a truly religious man, I understood the assignment per se, and I was never pressured into doing it. Scientology is what people accuse most religions of being, and I do mean that in the worst way possible, because I genuinely had a good experience on that church. I wouldn't say they shaped me as a person, but I met some good people there. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. Now, that being said, folks, please understand. Think about our excitement when Juan broke the news to us privately that Emily Armstrong was going to be part of Linkin Park and the band's back together, and we were all excited. And then the following day, Friday morning, I caught wind of the news. It's flooded all over my social media that, oh no, she's connected to
Scientology.
to two elements of really bad controversy. And you can imagine how deflated we felt afterwards.
Yeah.
That's true. And real quick before we continue, Mr. Quake over here was saying, I shall repeat, no one replace Chester.
I mean,
dude,
that's literally impossible.
it's literally impossible.
I do
The
his
best anyone can hope for is for Emily to succeed Chester. And to their credit, the band wouldn't have picked Emily if they didn't think she was up to the task. Give them that bit of
I
credit.
like to think that they heard her out and decided, yeah, you know what, you sound good getting here. I mean,
Yeah.
the process is probably longer, but you know. Right?
Also, Blackzilla, I half agree.
Rickzilla,
I half agree with you with the separate the art for the artist because there's a certain ceiling, and it depends
Obviously.
on how much baggage the person is carrying with them. Like, is this person good enough to put up with all this backlash that they're getting?
Yeah, the problem is, the thing is, she herself being attached to Scientology because she was literally born in the cult, it's not really her fault, and it's not really the reason why people are complaining about it. Hell, as somebody pointed out just a moment ago, yeah, there you go, Mr. Quake, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is a little highball of his rocker, let's not lie to ourselves, but he's clearly not...
I see the look, Dragonfang. A little, we know.
No, most of the celebrities are Scientology.
Well,
Look,
yes.
we know. Tom Cruise is banana balls batshit
Yeah.
crazy.
But at least
So-
he's good enough to put his banana bat shit into his artwork,
Wait,
which is
listen,
why he makes
if
good
you can
movies.
separate that
Yeah,
from your other jobs,
yeah.
fine.
Let's not lie to
And most
ourselves.
celebrities do that.
He's also one of the
Yes.
few celebrities that the help. If you want to know what a person is like, see how they treat the help. And the people that work for Tom Cruise will tell you immediately, yeah, no, fantastic boss, fucking amazing, does his own stunts.
So,
It's fucking insane.
so
Get me out of
when
here.
we found out about that, we're like, okay, how are they going to respond to this backlash?
Yeah,
and also,
okay.
exactly how deep does this go? And should we be worried about it affecting
Their
The
work.
band.
anything?
Exactly.
So,
And I
Well,
actually wanted to offer the other side of the coin, the counter argument. It doesn't work for everybody. Case in point, J.K. Rowling.
Alas, it does not. That is unfortunate, but you are correct. But that being said, once again, this in of itself was not the big problem because, let's be honest, if people had just told her, oh, yeah, she was born in that shit, okay, yeah, fucking sucks. But it's not like she's spreading the
Well,
word,
and
per
also,
se.
once you're born into it, it's
no,
hard
no, no,
to
no.
get
No, no.
out of it.
Yes.
The biggest problem is the fact that her connection to this case was found out alongside with her association with the much talked about and highly controversial Masterson trial.
Danny Masterson. Yeah,
And an
here we
article
go.
provided to us by Variety.com. The headline reads, New Linkin Park singer Emily Armstrong responds to criticism over Danny Masterson's support. This article was published by yesterday by Jem Aswad. And yeah, this is breaking news, folks. So we're going to talk about it right now.
Yeah, we didn't rip off this photo.
No, I don't know what you're talking
Okay.
about.
No sooner had Linkin Park announced dead Sarah singer Emily Armstrong as the reform band's new vocalist that a torrent of criticism emerged over her previous ties to the Church of Scientology and her past support of convicted rapist and actor Danny Masterson. Late Friday, she responded, "Hi, I'm Emily." She wrote in an Instagram story. "I'm new to so many of you, and I wanted to clear the air about something that happened a while back." Actually, we've got that over here. Give me a second.
We have a screenshot of her Instagram story.
We have the actual screenshot right here for y'all. "Hi, I'm Emily. I'm new to so many of you, and I wanted to clear the air about something that happened a while back. Several years ago, I was asked to support someone I considered a friend at a court appearance and went to one early hearing as an observer. Soon after, I realized I shouldn't have. I always try to see the good in people, and I misjudged him. I have never spoken with him since. Unimaginable details emerged, and he was later found guilty. To say it as clearly as possible, I do not condone abuse or violence against women, and I empathize with the victims of these crimes."
Nothing. This is what people were waiting for to see how she would answer back over all this controversy.
They were waiting for a response.
So, okay, if you did not know exactly what all was going on,
And you were
then-
shocked when you actually found out?
then that is fine. Because if you just thought they were a friend and then you find out all this and you're like, no, nope, I'm done.
And the fact that they have never spoken again.
It's good.
Yeah, and folks, we just want to let you know, we've covered the whole crap with Danny Masterson here on the Black Files. If you want more details on our take on this, it's available on our playlist under the Black Files on this channel.
And you guys are free to check out the Black Files on our programming over here. And like Jose said, just going through our YouTube channel and look up how we were covering not just the coverage of the Danny Masterson trial, but also a lot of the aftermath on there, including people protesting in Los Angeles of a restaurant of someone who is to this day still an associate of Danny Masterson. We were covering when Louis Lecca, the head of Nerd Report, my favorite, was actually in downtown LA covering the protests, trying to get information, and Lewis was actually there when people were getting arrested for, harassment and all this other stuff. It was crazy, and Lewis's videos were getting pulled, and he was getting, suspended from live streaming and all that crap. It was bullshit. But we at the Ravens Flock, we support our boy Louis Lecca. Wait till you ever meet him. If we ever get to meet
he's a nice
the
guy.
He's a very cool guy. He's a very good dude.
But getting back to it, this one explains the controversy of Masterson, which we already covered on this channel, so we don't have to relitigate that.
Okay, but yeah, Masterson, a former star on the hit Fox sitcom That 70s Show on Netflix is The Ranch, was sentenced in late last September to 30 years to life in prison after being convicted of 2 of 3 forcible rape charges earlier in the year. Masterson was accused of raping 3 women at his Hollywood Hills home between 2001 and 2003, which was during his time when he was on That 70s Show. Leading the criticism against Armstrong were Mars Volta singer Cedric Bixler-Zavala and his wife, Chrissy Carnell Bixler, who was one of the multiple women who accused Masterson of a sexual assault. He was not convicted on the basis of her allegations, but was found guilty of charges brought by 2 anonymous other accusers. This was
This is the text that was sent to her on one of her posts.
This is the text by what's his face by Cedric.
This is a pretty fucking heavy text, fair warning.
Do your fans know about your friend Danny Masterson, your rapist friend? Bixler-Zavala wrote in a recirculated comment posted in Dead Sarah's Instagram page last year. In 2020, Armstrong attended one of Masterson's court hearings in a presumed show of support. Bixler-Zavala and Carnell Bixler, both former Scientologists, remember this is important,
They love
have
that
said
shit.
the church harassed them over their allegations against Masterson, who's also a Scientologist. And I can even show you guys the image for that bit of harassment. You guys are gonna flip your shitty poos here, people.
All right,
so
here
give
we
me
go.
a minute. Blah, and blah. Okay.
Live research.
No, not live research, live proof over here. This is, you can see, Chrissy Bixler's Instagram story.
This is public content, by the way. We're freely allowed to show this. My lawyers advise us to tell you that we can surely...
Scientology's PIs outside our house all day. Stole our trash and other things. Documented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't hate Scientology enough. You think
Now,
you do.
I
You
also
don't.
have the full. I also shared the full screenshot of Cedric's response to Emily that has all the text of what he said, but we don't have that right now, do we?
Well, did you share it in the? You
I
shared it in
did.
the-
I shared it yesterday. Yesterday
Well,
morning.
let me go and pull it up. Let me
While
just.
this is happening, the guy basically wrote on the band's page, like he's taking this very personally, considering his past history. I'm surprised none of you wrote a letter on Danny Masterson's behalf, since your corny ass singer showed up to support him in the prelims. Remember, Emily? Remember how your fellow Scientologist goon squad surrounded one of Jane Doe's when she was trying to leave the elevators? The core sheriffs had to escort her away from your awful cult. How do you reconcile the homophobia found in the teachings of that bullshit?
L. Ron Hubbard's book Dianetics.
At the time of this article's publication, however, Armstrong has not responded to such comments. Now, I understand that this person is pissed, seeing that their past history with Scientology clearly was a very bad one, but it feels like they are taking it out with Mrs. Armstrong a little too hard. Like, okay, was Mr. Armstrong actively supporting...
Miss.
Sorry, Miss
Emily.
Armstrong. Emily, was she actively supporting Masterson in the trial?
Like that's the thing. That's
What
just
was her
it.
part of the trial?
In the statement, all she did was, you could see it in there, Angel.
She showed up for
She
support.
showed up
Yeah.
one time in there. See, several years ago, I was asked to support someone I consider a friend at a court appearance, and went to one early hearing as an observer. Soon after, I realized I shouldn't have.
There you have it. That's all the... Listen, guys, I'm gonna blow your fucking minds with this statement. This
Hang
is gonna
on.
sound incredible.
Hang on. Let me go ahead and if you're gonna blow people's mind, I gotta
put on
zoom
your
in.
special hat.
I gotta zoom
This
in
is
on
gonna be
Angel. here.
crazy. You might want to sit down for this.
Hang on. Let me focus that in for you.
This is something the government doesn't want you to know.
Angel. Here's
This
the
is
camera.
what you need to understand. This is important. This is wisdom from the ancients. Here.
Go for it, my friend.
Contrary to popular belief, rapists don't tell their friends what they do. I know. Holy shit. Blew my mind.
Bum, bum, bum!
The majority of abusers and sexual harassers don't tell their close friends or people what they do, because they know that the majority of people will look at that shit and go, what is wrong with you? Go to jail immediately. I know this is going to sound crazy, but many people that went to support Masterson genuinely believe that he was innocent. Genuinely have no idea what they had done.
And then
something.
we're shocked when
Yeah.
they discovered that
They
fact.
It's the
retracted
shock
their
Pikachu face.
They retracted their support the second the evidence come out, because guess what?
They're
You
like,
see these
"You
two men
did
right here?
What?
These men are my brothers, all born in blood. I love them.
We love you too, Angel.
I will sacrifice
I'm
for
a
them.
brother.
If one of them immediately gets accused of being a rapist or a murderer or a pedophile, do you expect my first reaction to go guilty, jail, now, for it? No! I'm
Try and find the evidence.
No, not even the evidence. My first reaction emotionally is going to be, I'm going to support my friend. He's clearly being falsely accused. Because I'm going to believe their word over what they tell me.
However,
Now, if evidence comes out, well, my heart is going to be very broken. But I'm not going to be able to support this person anymore. And I like to think that is exactly what happened here. From her point of view, somebody that she's known probably since childhood was accused of some of the most heinous crimes known to man. You cannot possibly ask somebody to believe it immediately. So she went there as an observer. And the moment she found out, she's like, oh, well, fuck. That's a person
He's
I knew.
scum.
He's a piece of shit. Like, listen, when somebody that you have known for years reveals themselves to be a piece of shit, that shit hurts. The first reaction is always going to be denial, because you don't want to believe that the person you've known and cared for so long was horrible and evil.
Exactly. And these moments of revelation about someone you thought you knew, it can happen to anyone.
Yeah, you cannot hold her personally accountable without proof. You cannot basically act like she was out there holding a goddamn sign screaming, free my nuclear, he didn't do nothing. That's not how it works.
Exactly. And we
It's
have our own
human.
history. How many times have we backed up someone who we thought was awesome and cool in our community, and then more details about them come to light, and
Damus.
it felt like a kick in our nuts.
Hi,
We
Damus.
literally just covered one just a few days ago.
Twice.
Yeah, for the record,
Twice.
we're not
Twice.
defending criminals here. What you're saying that when somebody you care about is accused of a crime, your first reaction is to defend it. That is not wrong. That is human. Understanding that they did do something wrong, it will still hurt. There's still an aspect of denial there because you don't want to believe somebody you were close to committed something so heinous and evil upon another person. It fucking sucks. You can't really hold her accountable for that and act like she was sending out the Scientologist goon squad to harass the witnesses outside of the court with no proof. That is in of itself a very heavy accusation. I understand that this person has their reservations given their horrible past with Scientology, but you cannot act like everybody is the enemy because that will make enemy out of everybody.
Now, I believe Juan has something he wants
Sorry,
I
I didn't mean to
No,
interrupt.
I was actually going to go ahead and because Angel, you've got everything. You're hitting it right on the money over here.
Now
here's the craziest part of it all. We were doing like last night. I was actually doing some research regarding all this stuff, and thank you to Aaron Smith Levin, who runs the YouTube channel Growing Up in Scientology. He is also a second generation former Scientologist, as in he was born into the cult and he got out.
Managed to get out.
He managed to get
And
out.
that's really
Yes,
difficult
exactly.
to do.
With his
Trying
life.
to get out of Scientology is difficult.
Yeah, don't believe
because
us?
they
Ask.
will hound
They will
you
track you down.
forever.
You don't
Well,
believe
not
us?
really
Go ahead
forever,
and
but
ask.
They'll hound you for a long time.
Ask Leah Remini, the actress from King of Queens. Ask longtime Scientology critic Tori Christman. She's Tori Magoo 44 on YouTube. She's one of the OGs. That lady, she's like a sweetheart. She's like a nana, but you would fucking love her. But like getting out of Scientology is a fucking mess. Now, according to the sources from Aaron Smith Levin, which I'm going to go ahead and share, not just that, but I'm going to send in the chat his live stream from last night, in which he actually explained a lot of his evidence. Where did it go? I sent you the link, didn't I, Jose?
of the video?
Yeah, where'd it go?
Hang on a minute.
Got it. Never mind. Got it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share this link in the chat so that if you guys would like to watch it, you can do so on your own time, on your own dime. Now, Aaron Smith Levin, according to him, he has 2 anonymous sources that he is working with who actually gave him details about Emily Armstrong's family life in the Church of
For
Scientology.
the record, we are working on the information provided to us. Please, you may take this with a grain of salt, but please understand we are only giving you public record of what has been made publicly available.
Exactly.
You can read this by yourself
And watch
anytime
the-
you want.
The information is open. The information is available.
Information is free.
Information must be free.
Knowledge is power.
Ciencia es potencia.
Ciencia es potent. In vino veritas, baby.
Now, check this out. Okay, according to Aaron, not only is Emily Armstrong a second-generation Scientology baby, not only are her parents currently Scientologists, but they also apparently work for Scientology's administrative office, the Sea Organization. The motherfuckers who basically have taken over and made Clearwater, Florida, a ghost town. You don't believe me? Go back to earlier this year when I went down to Clearwater on and I went and made a trip to leave roses at
I've
the
seen
Fort
it.
Harrison Hotel.
This is
There
why
are-
you do not go down there.
There are reasons why I don't visit Clearwater
There's a
Beach
reason why I
anymore.
don't like going
Yeah.
down there.
Oh, great. It turned into Silent Hill. Just the last thing I needed.
I know, actually, kind of. Now,
Silent
You
Hill.
barely
Okay.
see anyone.
guys, you think it couldn't get worse than that, right?
Of course it can.
Of course it
There's
can.
more.
Of course it did.
Angel,
Of
no one can
course
hear
it
you.
did.
No one can hear you, Angel.
Of course they didn't.
There you
Because
go.
of course.
So not only are her parents apparently members of the Sea Org, they're specifically people who are working in what is called the Office of Special Affairs, the OSA. That's basically the branch of the Sea Org that deals with dealing with people
Their own
directly.
Their personal Pinkertons, basically.
Pretty much. You can call it a goon squad, you can call it Gestapos, whatever. They're the ones who actually put boots on the ground to deal with people whom they believe are quote-unquote suppressive persons.
Wow,
They
Quote-unquote
would
people
accept
who are...
resignation.
They're so bad that they make the homeowners association look like nice.
No,
Oh,
No, this is the homeowners association of religion. I'm telling you.
I mean,
I was about to say, Angel...
My man walks up to you with a fucking claymore sword and goes, "We don't accept resignations. Now offer your head."
Now, knowing this, this is one of the stories, one of the bits of information that came out. The second source from Aaron Smith Levin had stated that they knew Emily Armstrong growing up. That apparently, while her parents were working in the offices of the Sea Organization, she, alongside other Scientologist children, were pretty much just working as children in like the child labor camp or summer camp, however you want to call it. Yeah,
It
it's
is
child
child
labor.
labor.
They basically
It is
did
very
do
much child
It was the
labor.
science youth.
It's
Yeah, pretty
disgusting.
much.
And they were very open about it too.
Unfortunately, yes. Now, here's the crazy thing. That aside from our camera trying to go 360, this is the button control. That's all it is. Now, here's what's up. This source that says that they knew her when she was a kid also says that she was very much introverted. She was not big on participating in the crusade of going clear with everyone and pushing all people in the world onto the bridge and freeing us from the body thetans that evil Emperor Lord Xenu threw
They
on
don't
us.
like that.
40 billion. Like,
I only believe in one
like,
emperor,
no,
and he's the emperor of mankind.
apparently, she wasn't big on that. And growing up, as she had grown up, this source also claims that she never participated in like the office works of Scientology in any way. The only time she would go out to do things even closely related to Scientology is if either her friends or her direct family members are involved. Basically, to put it this way, she's not the person in your church who goes there every week and who does like the volunteering and does the stuff with passing out the hymn notes and helps with the collection tray, but she is the person who will show up when they're having a function at the park. And they'll bring a casserole plate or they'll bring a few cases of Fanta soda for the kids to enjoy, and they'll be there to socialize, but not really to proselytize.
Ironic,
If that's
considering
the
that she came
easiest way
from the
to say it.
depths of the bowl punch, but she never drank any of it, apparently.
Apparently. Now, now, when you put these bits of information together, you can, any reasonable person can deduce like that the goons that were sent out to Christine Bixler's house that we saw over here in the fucking this is the thing from Cedric Bixler of Avila, who we're talking about Chrissy Bixler, his wife, the victim of Danny Masterson. If she had any involvement in it, that would be astounding. But the likelier scenario is that her parents, who are directly involved with the goon squad of Scientology, are the ones doing that to protect their kid. And moreover, to the point, another thing that was pointed out by Aaron in that apology, in that statement by Emily Armstrong, in here, you need to see something important over here, guys. In that statement, she states over here, notice she never names Danny Masterson in there. But notice in the last sentence, to say it as clearly as possible, I do not condone abuse or violence against women, and I empathize with the victim of these crimes. Notice the phrasing she says. She doesn't say, I empathize with Danny Masterson's victims. She says, I empathize with the victim of these crimes of abuse or violence against women. The reason why she has to say it this way is because if she were to directly say, I support the victims of Danny Masterson, what would the Church of Scientology do to her?
They
Jose,
would
guys,
go
answer.
They would go after her. It would be fear of
They would go after
retaliation.
her
'Cause that's the thing.
extremely quick.
Because that's the thing. You can just say, oh, vague. I support the victims of these crimes. Well, you can't come after me because I didn't say these. I just said anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you can take that how you
So-
want, but you gotta try to also see this from her perspective. Emily Armstrong, from what we can tell, is in a no-win situation here. If she were to fully outright and say, I condemn Danny Masterson and I support his victims, the Church of Scientology would be up her ass and around the corner and then would play her like a fucking sock puppet.
Especially-
and then, if she's lucky, maybe they'll ruin her life.
Especially considering that
Or she
she is
would
a
just
famous
disappear.
and well-known singer who is working for one of the most famous and well-known bands of all time.
That puts a
So
even
you're
bigger
basically
target.
walking on a tightrope and making sure you don't piss off too many people at the same time, because if you do, that means you're bad for business. And if you're
And-
bad for business, then the deal ends right there and then.
And if you remember, so basically if you are still in contact with your family, you can never technically get out of Scientology, because then you will never, ever, ever have any contact with them again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's called
It's
called
hard to say
disconnection.
that.
so in
Your
this
fa-
case, she will literally be cut off completely from
Yeah.
her family.
And not
From-
to mention, most of the people who try to actually get
Out.
out, some of them do disappear.
And they also use their family against them.
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. I mean,
Yeah.
they're in so deep, they basically got the hooks on them too. Maybe they went there personally. Like,
It's
basically-
scary as hell, man.
there is too
Yeah.
much at stake, and there's also the fact that even if you remove all of that, do you have an idea how hard it is to cut off all contact from all your family? What that does to a person?
Well, especially if you are so close to your family too.
We don't know how they treated her. For all we know, they were the best parents in the world. It's kind of hard to just go and say, yeah, sure, just cut off contact with your parents, denounce everything they stand for, and
It's
walk
like
away.
then you will literally have no family at all.
You're rich. Who cares? No. Not everybody thinks like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Especially artists who put a lot of emotion and connection into their work. So, at the end of the day, we cannot basically point a finger at her and claim that she's responsible for everything that happened. She basically acted as a normal person would under the circumstances.
We just need more information.
Yeah, and rationally speaking, you cannot just ask her to drop all connections with her family and walk away immediately. It literally doesn't work like that, unfortunately. It's not that easy. And I hate to use that excuse, but no, it is not that easy. It's like, stop eating meat right now, forever.
Okay.
I said it's not that easy. Work with me here, you piece of shit. Point in case.
Okay.
Point in case is, right now, she's in a very delicate procedure. And if you remove all of that, you move all that crap out of the tabletop, you still have the problem of, you are working for one of the most famous bands of all time. If you stir up the controversy pot, you run the risk of them cutting you off, because the last thing Linkin Park needs right now is more controversy.
Exactly.
They lost their famous singer. Also, let's be honest, nobody can imitate his voice. The way that Chester sing, he had this weird timbre to his voice that sounded like a fire alarm. And I mean that in the best way possible. And nobody can copy that properly. If they do, that's going to be like a once in 1,000 chance.
Hell's no. They're like, you can't replace Chester,
Yeah.
but you can succeed him.
You have been given an opportunity to be the head and the new face of one of the most popular bands of all time. You cannot fuck this up. If you do that, if you fumble that bag, the world will never forgive you. Forget Scientology. Your own fans will kill you.
Which is one of the reasons why I was over here like, wait a minute. And I was trying like crazy to find us a way like, okay, we're not trying to square peg a round hole. We're trying to actually give as much information as possible, because all you see in a headline is, oh, she's involved in Scientology. Burn her at the stake. Wait a minute. She's not really that deep in the cult, even though she's born into it. Okay, maybe that's fine.
Slightly put her close to the stake.
But she supported Danny Masterson. No, burn her at the stake. Wait, no.
She didn't actually
Here's the
support
information.
him.
She didn't really support him. The moment that she found out,
She didn't
the
even
details,
know what he did.
Exactly. Is that's when she cut
Okay,
herself
set
off.
like her sleeve on fire and then put it off.
It's like, when it comes down to it, you need more information
Well,
before
you
you
always
point
do.
fingers.
Point
It's,
fingers
for
or pass
example,
judgment.
it's like,
Continue watching.
someone is the best friend to J.K. Rowling. Oh, so you share her deals. Burn!
No.
Actually, I didn't even know that she was this bitchy. Nope, bye.
Yeah, no. The initial response from folks who got news of the story, like when it first came out, it has split everyone involved. Like, everyone's been divided. Like, folks are still supporting her. Like, there's some folks who don't follow politics, and there's others who are quick to like immediately dismiss Emily Armstrong.
And there are some who don't even know about Scientology as well.
Yep.
There's also the fact that some people will never be satisfied no matter what singer you put in front of that band.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
That is
you
true.
cannot get back the Chester because the Chester is gone, man. Like, it just won't work. So there's a lot of people ignoring her actual. Do you know this girl has been doing music for like 20 years?
Yeah,
Oh,
Dead
yeah.
Sarah.
Yeah.
That was the band that
They
she's
wouldn't
founded.
have grabbed her unless they knew what they were doing. Now, personally, I don't think her singing sounds as good as it should. She needs more practice on like whatever she's trying to sound like with that.
Yeah,
creepy
she's obviously giving her best, but she's got a long way to go.
It's like a 7 turning into an 8. I don't know. Maybe she's trying to imitate Chester instead of using her own voice. I don't know what she's doing there.
I don't know. I have to listen to her
But
old
it didn't quite grab me as much as it could. But instead of judging her as an artist, they are judging her on her past, specifically aspects of her past that she has nothing to do with.
Careful, honey.
Hey, do you remember that time when you controlled exactly how you were born?
No.
I was pretty fucking sick. I remember being a zygote, fresh of my daddy's balls, going into my mom and going, yeah, I'm gonna be this and this and this. This is exactly the way I want my life to go. That's the way they're thinking of her. You can't act like you can control where you're born from, but nature versus nurture is a very... Fuck yeah, that needs a season 2. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the previews on Netflix right next to me here. But the point is, you cannot judge her on her past when she had no control over her past. You can judge her on her present. And the important thing is, right now, think about this. Think about that woman right now. Is she keeping her life and her career separate?
From what we could tell, yeah.
That's it. The buck rationally would stop there, but we are not in a rational world.
We're not in a rational world here, folks. And let's take a look in the chat while we go on with this. Okay. Rick Zill, remember Hipster with the bands, bringing the... Okay. All right, yeah. Unfortunately, an ex-friend lied to my face, and everyone's face is about what he did to another friend of mine and her kids.
See?
Sarah Serendi.
You never know, man. It's terrible.
Tribalism is a very huge thing in our society, Rick Zilla says. Yeah, Scientology is scary as hell.
Justice system
Yes, it
sucks.
is.
Yes,
Yeah.
justice system does suck.
So justice system, yeah. So she's not the preachy type. No, she's not. She's not like, and that's another thing, because if she was actually as involved in Scientology as one would be led to believe, then the moment that she came out as the new front singer for Linkin Park, wouldn't there have been so many other fucking Scientologists and other people advertising that like a motherfucker?
Yeah.
Yeah. You would think so.
Then again, maybe the kind of songs that Linkin Park sings don't align with the values
They
of the
don't,
cult.
because there's a lot of mental health issues and there's
Then
a lot of stuff.
most likely that's
very
why they're
emotional.
not praising her.
No, they're not.
She's an outlier. She's a punk. She's a
Outlier.
black sheep. She's a raven in a flock of doves, except all the doves are high and castrated. I don't know where I was going with this. The point is...
And they were thrown into a dryer to tumble for 5 minutes, and they don't know what up and down is anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, but regardless of what the public feels, like this, like the response that she put out, that's her response. That's her addressing it, and that's. I mean, what more is there to say?
So we want to figure. Actually, shall I put up in the chat over here?
Go
Shall
ahead.
I put up a poll?
Might as well.
Go ahead.
Give me a minute. I'm going to do a thing. Hold this.
I mean, to be fair, Rickzilla, tribalistic ideology is pretty much what makes society. That's okay. That's a talk for a different topic. But making groups and making ways of cooperating is how society is formed. Society is basically the next step of tribalistic society. The problem is society gets big, and when it gets big enough, it starts to splinter into subgroups based on their gods, their religions. And in the case of this world, modern times, our religion is entertainment. We pray to our stars. Our TVs and phones have become basically our altars, and the companies know that. So they will use your love. They will use your endorphin receptors. They will use the things that you like to create their own semicults, because they rely on that emotional attachment. If you don't believe me, go watch what happens with the K-Cops communities. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, do you guys know that in that baseball game, that VTuber, Gura, actually showed up and sang Take Me Out to the Ball Game?
Yeah.
It was disgustingly adorable. But the majority of people watching a baseball game probably have no idea what the hell was going on. They're like, oh, hey, cute anime girl singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Cool. But Gura herself has basically a cult. Now, I'm not talking anything wrong about the shrimps. They're actually fairly cool. But the point is, corpos use the very things that make our brain work, that create society, they create tribalism because it's necessary for society. No man is an island and all that. Unfortunately, people will use that specifically to abuse your own desire for trust, your desire for community, the desire to belong. There is nothing more psychologically grasping in the heart of a human being than the need to belong. Seriously, look how teenagers act in high school.
Somewhere I belong.
Yeah,
exactly.
I will never feel
Yeah, the
anything else
necessity,
until my
the
wounds are
need
healed.
to be
I will never be
is stuck in there.
anything till I break away
All right,
from me.
folks, we have a
I
poll
will
that's
break
posted
away.
on the chat.
I'll find
And folks, the
myself
question is-
today.
I don't want to feel
You
it
good?
anymore. Grabbing the Prozac. I
Anyways,
wanna hear.
The question on the poll: how do you feel about Emily Armstrong joining Linkin Park? Let us know right now in the chat, and we'll review the poll results
So-
before the episode is over.
So yeah, there are your options. Hell yeah, Linkin Park is back. Like, regardless, whatever. No, get rid of the Scientologist. Her baggage is too much. Judge the band by the music. Let's basically, yes, I want to see what they're gonna do, or no,
it's
Linkin Park
Jober.
finish with Chester.
You should have said it's Jover.
I'm not interested in jovering right now. I'm trying.
That joke is old. Man.
No, it's not the matter. It's like there's a time and place for the joke.
All right.
Okay, so yeah. So basically, folks, let us know what you think in the poll, in the comments. We want this to be as, like, we're trying to give nuance in a world where nuance is frowned upon. Where motherfuckers would rather we just be shouting buzzwords at each other. We want to have an actual conversation rather than blah, blah, blah. Coke is best. No, Pepsi's best. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's like two dinosaurs yelling at each other.
Yeah, but Pepsi's better.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I know.
Give me the sword. This needs to be settled now.
Get me the machete. I'm feeling very Jason Voorhees.
There's only one way we end this Mortal Kombat.
Okay, Children's card game?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Cool.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, no.
We're going to hell if we lose.
My personal opinion about all this right now, like, as I told Juan privately, like, then this is before I read her response. Whether or not Emily Armstrong is still actively involved with Scientology and anything with Daniel Masterson, this was a situation that she needed to address immediately because, and if she didn't address it, the longer she waits, the longer they hold off, it's gonna create
The more of a shit show it's gonna be.
the more of a shit show it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Hell, it was already this big of a shit show right now.
Yeah.
It will only get worse if she didn't say anything because, as we've proven many times, ignoring a problem does not make the problem
And
go
see,
away.
How long did it take her to respond?
Not even a day.
Okay, well that's good because that way she was able to, instead of just firing off a very
Nip it at
quick. Well, no, instead of firing off a very quick response without thinking it through, that would probably have been worse. So she sat down. She's like, okay, what do I want to say?
She
And then
processed
she
everything
processed it correctly.
before
so that
putting
is
out a
good
message.
because we
Yeah.
all know if you just immediately respond without really thinking about what you're going to say, you're
might
probably
say
going to say
something
something wrong.
reactionary and
Exactly.
piss
You gotta
off even
just
more
blurt
people.
it out.
You're probably
Say
going to
something
make it
wrong and
worse.
probably blow up
And-
a small situation into a even bigger
Yeah,
one.
it's like the moment you read it, your mind just goes slurs.
And
then
yeah,
you go, wait.
folks, and yeah, folks
Let me
can go ahead
process.
folks can go ahead and pick apart Emily's response all they want and call it for being vague or call it for not being sincere
but
enough.
she kind of has to be vague
She has
with
to be
Scientology.
vague for her own protection.
Yeah, people need to understand that she has to be vague for her own protection.
You have to use business
Yeah,
talk
her
to get
situation
the
is
Scientology
very-
does not play.
Her
Yeah, like-
situation is very,
don't.
very precarious.
Yeah, like, I get it. Speaking out against this stuff, that's important. Her own safety and well-being, as well as the safety of others that she cares about, that takes a little bit of a higher priority.
Slightly so, methinks.
Slightly so. I mean, it's very difficult to call, but, like, to me, okay, she said her piece. I'm moving on from it. I want to see what she could deliver.
Yeah, that's it. Like, all this talk, and there hasn't been a single person judging her for her artistic merit. I don't see anybody complaining whether they think they like the singing or the singing sucks or she's just not fitting for the band. It's just talking about the Scientology shit. So, how about we wait, actually hear her belt out a few whole songs and, judge her on her artistic merit instead of whose vagina she came out of.
Right, and like even then, the single that they came out with the other day with their live stream, The Emptiness Machine. There's even people who are actually saying like, okay, is this her taking a jab at Scientology? With them having co-written it with Mike Shinoda and all that? Maybe.
know.
We don't know.
do
But
not
you
know.
can read it that way if you want. If that
We do
works for
not
you, it's
know.
yours, buddy.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to this.
Say you can't just let's go ahead and move on. Angel,
What is it?
it's the story you showed us.
Oh.
Dear fuck. Oh, this guy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
speaking of guys that deserve to be called out for the stupid shit that they did.
And God, there was a lot of stupid and shit's taken. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about lol cows of the internet. We love lol cows of the internet.
Oh, you'll see.
Lol cows, individuals that basically have taken their time to destroy their personal life for the enjoyment of many people. There is DSP, there is Dr. Disrespect, there is Wings of Redemption, there is Boogie 988, and now recently we have a change of pace. We have a lol cow redemption story of somebody who actually, surprisingly, fixed themselves. Ladies and gentlemen,
and he kind of pulled a fast one on everyone.
I don't know, that was a pretty slow one considering how long it took.
You know what I mean? Like people weren't aware and like, oh shit.
Well,
he kind
yes.
of flim-flammed.
He flim-flammed indeed. Let's talk about nikocado avocado.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
this guy is the dude who
I've heard about him.
Yeah, he's the dude who was an excellent violinist, and he basically redefined mukbang
Into the
videos
most horrible thing you ever seen in your life.
He
into
killed mukbang.
So, nikocado avocado has a history
Sorry,
of
I'm not
somebody
very
who
sorry.
fell
I'm
for
still not.
grace.
Ugh.
Understandable. There's more than one YouTube video essay on him, so I'm not going to go into too many details. Let's just say it this way. Nikocado came to this country on the back of a very privileged family. He proceeded to use that privilege to learn violin. Unfortunately, violin videos weren't doing the banging movies on YouTube, so he went into mukbang. Unfortunately, this completely wrecked his body. In fact, he became a certified fat ass. Almost 300 pounds of weight.
Actually, closer to 400.
Consuming enormous amounts of food and genuinely acting like a complete bitch in front of the screen. I mean it. He had the mentality of a 5-year-old. And genuinely, everybody was expecting him to die of a heart attack in a couple of years. I'm not kidding. If you see some of those mukbangs, it looks like a scene of a horror movie. And of course, there is the iconic picture of his full asshole splayed on the internet somewhere. Don't look for it. It is not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Don't look for it.
Why is it even on the internet?
Why?
Because it's
he's
a
a lolcow and he craves attention.
I can answer that. Okay. Him and his boyfriend were sharing videos and content of themselves sexually with each other.
Okay,
So-
but why was it on the internet?
Okay.
Why wouldn't it be
Because
the
he's a lol cow, like Angel
They
said.
crave
He
attention like a crackhead craves drugs.
He was
That's gross.
I'm not kidding when I say people destroy their
Sometimes
lives
I
over
really
this.
think that humanity's just
I'm not kidding.
dead.
People destroy their lives over this kind of thing. The things that people will do for clout and attention, yeah, it's sad. Now, it turns out that apparently for the last 2 years, something was happening. And according to this this article from Independent, written by Greg Evans, nikocado, the YouTuber, pulls off what he claims to be the greatest social experiment by secretly losing 250 pounds over a period of 2 years.
so.
Why does it say a prank then?
Well,
Here's
here's the
where it's
thing.
come.
Here's what's up. Okay, so this is how
Look
we
at the
saw him a
change.
week ago on YouTube, and this is how we seen him
Now.
only 5 days later.
1 second.
My dude genuinely drained himself out of fat.
Same guy.
Same guy.
Okay, one
That was
second.
video, by the way. These are screenshots of video.
One second. Why is his lips different?
Because your face fucking changes while you're in the middle of.
Most likely because of the
Jesus.
surgery to remove all the
Well, no, I
excess
meant
skin.
his
God,
lips.
it looks like me
his
if I
lips
didn't
look
have any
fuller
meat on
in
my
that
face.
one, especially his lower lip.
Yeah.
That's really difficult to change your mouth shape, though.
Yeah.
Just saying, it looks like two different people.
It kind of
It
does.
does.
But as far as
It
we
is,
know, that seems to
yeah.
be the same one.
Here we
Now,
go.
The YouTube star claims that they played the long game and pranked the internet over the course of 2 years while secretly losing a huge amount of weight. Nicholas Perry, better known as Nikocado, Fat Ass Avocado, has more than 3.9 million followers because the world is full of insane people. On YouTube, where he's best known for his food content in a specific genre of don't call that mukbang. That was a horror bang.
It's not mukbang.
That's a
Mukbang
shit
was
bang.
completely different.
Where he and the others consume excessive amounts of very unhealthy food. The spicy noodle episode still haunts my dreams. Now, Perry has been
Dude, we're about to eat dinner. Don't do this.
Perry has been making videos on YouTube for more than 7 years. When he first started, he had a much slender physique, at least comparable to his appearance in his penultimate video, shared just 3 months ago, where he said that he had quit his weight loss journey. However, Perry claimed that he was pulling the wool over everyone's eyes, and in the new video he shared on September the 7th,
Which
he
was
showed
today!
off, a new look, having apparently shed 250 pounds on weight in a matter of months. Yeah.
Oh wait.
You literally can't.
Losing 250 pounds in a matter of months. That's
impossible.
that is
excessive.
way too much.
That is physically
Yeah,
impossible.
you got a liposuction
Wait,
machine
yeah,
inside
I was
that
about to
room of
say,
yours?
Liposuction, you can do that.
Now,
Yeah,
let's continue.
But it is not.
Now, to complete the article, because he dropped a video saying, I'm 2 steps ahead, which means I already have more than 3 million views at the time of the writing. Starts with Perry wearing a panda head, while in character tells the viewers, I'm always 2 steps ahead. He adds, this has been the greatest social experiment of my entire life. It's worrying, it's compelling, it's creeping to observe these unwell, disorganized beings roam the internet in search of stories, ideas, rivalries, where they feel encouraged, engaged.
Perry continued to say that he had now woken up from a, quote, very long dream where he lost 250 pounds off his body. However, in another video called High on a separate YouTube channel, Perry, alongside his pet parrot, has a much friendlier demeanor where he briefly explains how he managed to pull off this stunt. See, like, there he fucking is in the video.
His mouth is small again.
People
People were joking that one day he was going to eat that poor bird. Surprisingly, he didn't.
Before
thank
eating a large
God.
plate of spicy cheese noodles, Perry explained that he hasn't made a video in 2 years and has simply been sharing old pre-made content in order to maintain his channel while working on his health. Perry's big reveal has since gone viral, with many viewers stunned at the twist of the story. One fan wrote, "This feels almost not real. He managed to play us like a violin. This redemption arc feels unreal." Another wrote, "Nikocado Avocado, you have my utmost respect. You managed to troll the internet for 2 years." A third said, This is the most I've ever smiled watching Nikocado Avocado, and I genuinely could not be happier and more proud of him unironically. Perry has said he will now just be posting on his second channel and hinted that he will be sharing more about his story next week. So
I'm gonna just say it right now.
Go for it.
This is just my opinion, but the part about the social experiment feels like cope to me.
Also, why would you just call it a social experiment?
Because he's trying to basically play the part of, aha, I fooled you. I ruined my body for almost half a decade just so I could pull this.
No. It's actually simpler than that. It's simpler than that. The trolling is, haha, you all thought that I'd remained a fat ass all this time, but actually, all this shit that you've been seeing from me over the last 2 years
Was 2
is
years
all,
old.
Is all old and pre-recorded. I've actually been working to lose all this weight over the span of this 2 years, and I got you all. Har har har.
Honestly, I don't find that impressive.
Well,
No,
losing
no,
250 pounds
No,
over
no.
2 years.
That you're like, haha, I pulled the wool over your eyes. I'm like, wow,
I would be
okay.
kind of
Well, it's
sad
more.
about that.
It's okay. It's really more like you have to look at it from like the perspective of like just last week. The last bit of content that he had put out on his main channels, Nikocado Avocado, was still 400
Yeah.
whatever fuck pounds. Cut to a week later, the newest video he's got, and suddenly he's thin out of nowhere.
Nice try. You cannot make more videos about me anymore.
Meme
Memory
lords.
101.
So, like,
Mythology
okay,
101.
aside from the weird ass delivery on all this, which like I get it, we can all agree, like, I'm not sure that's the flex you think it is, but
Yeah, no, like,
congratulations
no, that's
regardless.
what I'm saying. The flex, like, haha, I'm like,
It's like, congratulations.
I find that
for
annoying,
losing
honestly.
250
Sorry.
pounds,
He's
but you
basically
didn't
saying-
have to go about it that way.
I would have been more respectful, like, wow, so all this time, like, if you saying, hey, guys, this is all old content, I've been working on myself, I would be like, oh, cool, that's awesome.
Mind you,
But
Yeah.
then when he says that,
for the record, this is what he's claiming. We do not know if this is genuinely the result of 2 years of hard work. I hope it is. I want it to be.
It looks like it is.
Liposuction?
Or this is just a very expensive surgery. He certainly has the money to do it, but I would like to, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I want to give him the benefit of doubt, even though his attitude remains as rotten as ever.
Like
if
an
he
idiot.
really did succeed, this is incredible.
no, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing. If he did this without any surgery and everything, because it is really hard to lose weight. So,
Let me do some research.
mad respect. If he was able to do this, that is awesome. Congratulations for him, because wow.
Sarah Serenity in the chat
But-
is like, so he pretended to be fat. Like, for 2 years, he
No,
pretended
yeah,
he was
see,
still fat.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I don't like. That's why I'm like, I don't like this. Like, dude, so you're pretending for that. Like, that's stupid clout. I'm sorry.
That also means that he had that footage ready. So that means that footage
Yeah.
is still real. So you still ruin your life for several years, and you're probably going to have to eat nothing but soup for the next month or so.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
like,
was it worth it?
yeah.
You know what? Let me find out. Is it possible to lose?
He probably ate
250
Ozempic for breakfast,
pounds.
says Sarah. Whoa!
Sarah, for the record, I have to take Ozempic every week so that I can manage my beatus. Let's not knock it just because a bunch of
got a jab, right?
yes, it's an injection. Like for the record, like but let's not knock the medicine just because a bunch of rich assholes think it's a quick fix to getting thin.
So apparently it
Those
is
guys
possible.
ruined it.
It is possible to lose that much weight in 2 years, but apparently, for what I'm reading this from a bunch of like professional health guys here, the hardest part will always be at the beginning because you have to change your entire diet. It is a realistic goal. You have to lose approximately 2 pounds a week, which is doable and sustainable, but it requires a stern diet change. That is step number one.
And most people find it hard to start.
Stick to it.
Because
And
then,
stick to it.
Sticking is the hard
yeah,
part.
because then you're like, you always get hungry in time, and then you start losing faith in yourself.
Yeah.
It's because, I mean, you know,
And you don't see
Then
results
you
right
well,
away.
what
You start
was
a lot
freaking
of
out.
temptations.
yeah, and what is the
too.
thing we used to watch? The 900-pound thing.
Oh, my,
Either he was
my
wearing a fat suit or he
600-pound
was
life.
using
Yeah,
meth.
my 600-pound life. Like, you see those people,
Yeah.
and some of them really do try, and some of them
Give
try,
up.
and then they give up.
Yeah.
Fun
So
fact.
it is very
and then
difficult.
sometimes during some of these shows, they end up passing away because it's too much on their body.
Their
It was-
body literally
they were
cannot handle this
too
thing.
far past.
So
yeah.
this is plausible. He certainly has the money and the resources, but I mean, first off, congratulations. You
Yeah.
did it. Like, genuinely, goodness of my heart.
But
you
you
did it,
didn't
buddy.
have to go about
Yeah,
it
you
that way.
you didn't have to like, haha,
But
look.
it's pretty clear that that video is him going, you can't make fun of me anymore. I'm like, yeah, okay, but that was all self-inflicted, buddy. Like that time where he was sitting in the parking lot, stuffing ranch chicken in his
You
mouth.
did that to
And
yourself.
his face literally collapsing in of itself like a toilet plunger.
Yeah, exactly. You
See,
did that to
Yeah.
yourself.
This
Nobody
is why
pressured
I
you.
can't do
Yeah.
mukbang.
You cannot. He's a sore winner. That's what I'm saying. He's a sore winner.
There's such
Well,
a thing?
Yeah.
Yes, there's such a thing.
Instead of grabbing the trophy, bowing down and gracefully leaving the stage, he's running to the third place trophy and going, "Nya, nya, 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 nya." That's what you're doing.
Oh wait, no, it's like the one who
The guy who wins the bronze.
yeah, and then he's like,
Yeah.
Celebrating going
yeah.
Like, listen, it is good. Nobody here will deny that what you've done to yourself is good. Congratulations. I hope you live a good, happy, healthy life. You deserve that much because
Like Angel said, get back on the violin.
Yeah.
You slay on that
you
shit.
may be a jackass, but you're not a criminal. You deserve a chance to live a good life.
The worst thing that you've done is you've shown us your asshole on the internet.
Yeah.
That's going to be there forever. And unfortunately, it's stuck in the back of my corneas forever.
I'm glad I've
much to
never
my
seen
regret.
it.
time I
Sis
blink.
and I have
Yeah,
one
every
time I
minute.
blink, it never
Every
goes
time I
away.
blink.
Yeah, you ruined the mukbang for everybody,
You
and we're
ruined
trying
Alex.
desperately to
not
redeem it.
Not only him, but I mean, there's a lot of people who completely
Yeah.
fucked up the
Unfortunately,
original
a lot
idea of
people
mukbang.
do that. Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
on his case particularly, he did a good thing. This is unambiguously, in every metric you can
Good news.
imagine, good news. But it's very clear that his announcement, it's less, "Hey everybody, look at my journey of improvement." It's more like, "I got you, motherfuckers. You can't make fun of me
Yeah,
anymore."
again, that's
And
the
I'm
thing
like,
that I don't
okay,
like.
cool.
Like,
We
dude,
won't
You
make
were
fun
st-
of you anymore.
Like, you were still fluffy over those 2 years, and you still made all that shit. Like,
You
but,
still relied on it to
like,
make money
ku-
while you were losing
like,
weight.
kudos on you for losing that weight, and we're happy to see you not morbidly obese to the point of potential death.
Ironically, the fact that he stuck to this for 2 years means that he has a good chance of remaining healthy.
Yes.
Here's
Because
hoping.
Yes.
Unfortunately, people that go for the surgery usually end up on the exact same size later because, in
Yes.
fact, there's a case of that. Wings of Redemption, another well-known lolcow who destroyed his life for attention, he literally was begging for money so he could go to another country to get a surgery. He goes to another country, gets the surgery, noticeably loses weight, gets it back in like a year
Ay, por el amor de Dios. Seriously?
because he never
Because-
changed his habits.
Because you may have lost the weight, the surgery may have removed the weight, but up
Your
here,
habits
your
are
habits
still
are
there.
To
It's
the
still
diet
stuck.
even after the
There
surgery.
is-
Exactly, yeah.
It's like people who are trying to get away from drug addiction.
there is
That's true.
I mean, it is an addiction to eating.
Yeah.
There is
But it's
a
like you need to cut the habit.
There's a
Precisely.
documentary here by my good boy Jim. You may know him as Mr. Metacore, amazing fellow.
I don't know him.
May he rest in peace. The cancer got him.
Ah, fuck.
No, he's still alive, but he basically says, "I'm gonna keep streaming and making videos until I die because I want to leave something for my wife and kids." So he was doing an exposition, a documentary about Wings of Redemption, and there was a point that genuinely made me sad. I was laughing my ass off because seeing somebody destroy themselves is funny. But he was talking to his former friends that they're not friends with him anymore because Wings ruined a lot of friendships with his really shitty attitude. And they mentioned that they were watching a video where he's just talking about himself and eating Wendy's chili, which is probably the most unhealthy chili ever made in history.
It's not bad in a bind if you need something quick to eat with protein. And
He eats it every day.
every
Every day. There is a point where you can see the video
How
where he starts
much?
eating and he's talking about. There are pretty big servings, so let's just say that.
What? No, like they serve the chili in a little cup.
No, he gets the big serving
Ay,
of
por el amor de
chili.
Dios. Okay,
What?
no wonder.
Yeah, there is
Does
a.
he get like multiple?
Yes, he does. Of
He
course
gets
he
it
does.
in a big jar.
Oh my God.
Real quick.
Whereas you're giving him the benefit of the doubt, I'm going to reserve my judgment. I actually want to wait and see.
You want to see results.
I want to see results.
Let's
All right,
take a
man?
look in the
Can
chat
he
real
stick
quick.
to it though?
Rick Zilla, either he was wearing a fat suit for these past years or Perry started using meth. No, apparently it was all backlogged footage and backlogged content, and
How do you
he's been.
make that much footage?
He's
got time.
He's got the
He
time.
did it on
No,
Twitch. He had hours
That's what I
and
mean.
hours
It's
to stream.
scary how much backlog that he
Yeah.
had.
Let's see. Not a jab at you or anyone using the medicine. I'm just guessing because of everything that man ate.
There probably
Come
was
on,
a
the fucker
surgery.
ate about 2,000 calories per meal. Yeah, you're right. What? Wait. Midicor is actually a brain in a glass jar that feeds on the misery of a rage pig.
Yes,
Ow.
he does. It's hilarious.
Sarah Serendi, when I was younger, I used to go to food for comfort. Now, when I get depression, I can't eat, so food can be an addictive substance as a
It
form
is.
of love and comfort. Yeah, see? Big difference between Phelps and avocado. Yeah. Michael Phelps. So I thought we were talking about Linkin Park. Hey there,
We kind of finished
Cod
that
Lover
already.
93 Love. How you doing? By the way, welcome to the Ravens Flock. We were talking about the Linkin
We
Park
were
thing
talking
earlier.
about it earlier.
Yeah, we
you
stopped.
tuned in to the middle of the part of the show.
Yeah, in this show we talk about all different topics. We put the front topic on the front page. It's like a newspaper, but we actually don't lie to you all the time.
Exactly.
Only most of the time.
Or at the very least, we let you know when we're giving opinions or when we're doing conjecture, and we let you follow along and let you make your own decisions.
But
Yeah.
Code Lover, if you're new to the channel,
Cod Lover.
If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. And we actually posted a poll, so it's not too late. We haven't closed it yet.
Give us your opinion on the
Give us
Linkin
your
Park
opinion
situation.
on the subject we talked about earlier.
We invite you to go ahead, rewind, and check out what we were watching, and go ahead and vote in the poll from there. So like Linkin Park, Avocado is entering a new chapter, says Mr. Quake.
Linkin Park
look,
Avocado.
he found a thread to thread the stories
There
together.
you go.
Yeah, see, that's good.
Never thought I'd hear that used in the same sentence.
But
Now-
actually, right? What the fuck?
To
What
complete
timeline
that
are we in?
little
What the
anecdote
fuck?
I was saying about wings, there is a point in the documentary where you can tell how badly his habits have ruined this man. When he's eating that big, disgusting bowl of reheated Wendy's chilies, and he's talking about how basically all the friends he used to have, and there's a point when he stops. He stops just doing anything. He just stops moving, and he looks ahead, and he leans back, and you hear his chair creak with the weight of his massive ass, and he just goes right back to eating. He had a brief moment of self-reflection and go, nope, gotta bury that shit, bury the light deep within, kind of thing.
Bury the feelings with the food. You must bury it. I must not confront.
It is
ouch.
genuinely an addiction. If you're not willing to undergo the pain that is going cold turkey from your addiction, even something as simple as food, you will never escape that problem. And I mean, if Nikocado did it, congratulations, man. And if you can maintain it this way and continue to be healthy, congratulations. There's a lot of people that didn't make it.
Hang on a
Cod Lover
minute.
actually saying, well, in my opinion, I think she's good. She apologized, and I think she's done. Okay, see?
Yeah.
There you go.
Pretty
Easy.
simple, yeah.
All right.
Easy. Very good. See?
No, I'm
if-
sorry, you disagree with someone's opinion.
Oh my
Pistol
God.
of Dawn. Let's
No.
go.
I mean, I think that was all of our opinions. Like, okay,
Crystal
she
of Dawn, I
she
use
did
Jacobs.
apologize, and yeah.
Yeah,
So-
like as far as that trash fire is concerned, she dealt with it.
Exactly. And whether or not we want to take it as an apology or not, that, like I said, opinions are subjective. Everyone's going to have a different take on it.
And Cod
doesn't
Lover
go
even
to the
says, Emily did a good job, plus Linkin Park songs are hard to sing. Yeah, because like Angel said earlier, Chester has that one sort
That
of
timber.
that's impossible
It's a
to imitate.
ring that you just... It's like, you ever heard Kevin Michael
The
Richardson?
thing that makes you shiver.
It's like some people have a timbre of voice that is very hard to replicate. Another example is Kevin Michael Richardson. You remember
Voice actor.
You may remember him as the Joker in The Batman from Kids WB.
Yep.
He had this raspy that, but also was deep at the same time voice.
Well, yeah, it's the raspy that isn't the raspy. Is like, oh.
Yeah, so he could just go. It actually was pretty good for Joker because he could go from high pitched cackle to, and then there were bats in my.
You know who also has
belfry."
a nice little timber? A nice deep timber?
Yeah.
Henry. Yeah. Sorry.
It was pretty good.
Let's see, Sarah Serendi, he smacks food with his husband. Yeah, I know. Juan's growl is adorable. Thank you.
Yay.
Again, Emily is Chester's rightful heir to Linkin Park, says Sarah Serendi. See, you can have that, and that's
The Queen has returned.
Chester is singing it in heaven, and my mom gets front row seats. Hell yeah.
Oh.
Cleveland Jr.
Cleveland Jr.
Oh, yeah.
No. Kevin Michael Richardson has a very wide range of voices, and ironically, that made him a really good Joker. Even though people complain about the art style, his voice work, nobody complained about it because he really could switch between the threatening growl to the "it's joke time" shit.
And speaking of joke time,
Let's talk about video games.
Again.
Give me a second.
Please say it's good video
Give me a
games
second.
now,
I gotta
please.
stretch my pants a little bit.
Is
I
it
gotta
good?
let me
yeah.
get some blood flowing to my legs.
Okay, do we have
Angel?
do we have good
news?
Is it
Oh,
good news?
It's great
Please,
news.
we
It's
need good
fantastic
news.
news.
Is it
It's
really?
genuinely great news.
All right,
Okay.
break it to us,
Okay.
Angel.
Is it really?
Go on.
Yes, it is.
We're
Many
listening.
years ago, exactly 8 years ago, Sony saw Overwatch succeed beyond everybody's wildest dreams and decided, we gotta get some of that shit. So using their awesome power of Sony, they casually destroyed whatever was left of the Sony Japan studio and distributed them into different smaller teams. And then they proceeded to spend almost a decade 8 long years and $200 million to make what would be the greatest game of all time.
Did you just say
It would be
$200 million?
something incredible. You don't understand.
$200 million.
200. We spend the GDP of a small country to bring you the greatest game of all time. It was incredible. It was quadruple. No, it was quintuple A in its scope, size, and cojones.
Is it
was
good?
amazing. It was so kick-ass, it died in 2 weeks.
Oh, so
Angel, I caught you in a lie here.
Why?
It didn't die in 2 weeks.
What?
Okay? 2 weeks is 14 days total.
Yeah.
This game died in 11 days.
Oh, thank you. It died in a week and a half.
That's worse.
wait.
Just because it's worse doesn't mean it's not true.
Okay, so how bad was
And
it?
why?
That's the best part. It didn't die because it was bad.
Okay.
It died because it was mid. Let's talk about Concord
Oh.
for a bit. Yes, everybody has talked about it, so we might as well throw a
Yep.
little hat into the ring. Let's talk about the most recent and probably one of the biggest failures in video game industry. Concord is officially dead.
DED dead.
D-E-D dead.
Rip in
Dead
pepperonis.
into the
In case you've been
ground.
living under a rock and you don't know what Concord is.
So Concord is, stop me if you heard this one before, is a 5v5 hero shooter with battle seasons, multiplayer, battle passes, multiplayer only, and
Bullshit.
hero skills and abilities.
How much was it?
It was
To
$40
buy.
bucks.
Okay, that's actually much less than I
Well,
thought
at least
it was
it's
gonna
not
be.
stupid
You know what else is
expensive.
much
I
less
thought it
than
was gonna be like 80.
Do you want to know what's much less than that? Free to play. Like every other looter shooter!
So, yeah.
Even Marvel Rivals!
Yeah,
It's like, it's
especially
Marvel's
Marvel
Overwatch
Rivals.
and it's free to play.
Now,
Well, they had to, somehow get the money back.
Yeah, let's go with
Okay,
the accessories and shit.
do we know how many people bought Concord?
Oh.
according to non-official records here, give me 1 second to do some
Live
research.
research.
Now, this is just a speculation because the official numbers will never be revealed.
Oh
This
yeah,
game failed
definitely
too
will never
badly.
be revealed.
So let's go to Concord total sales. So, according as we know, this game sold only 25,000 units.
What?
Let us do some calculations. Where's my
What?
calculator here? Here's my calculator. I'm not
25,000
combining 25,000, and I'm going to multiply by 40. I'm not going to put taxes because fuck taxes. They're basically theft. That means
$1
that
million.
the most, hang on a second, I fucked up. There we go. At the most, this game made $1 million.
And they made it for 200 mil.
This game made negative $199 million.
Over a production span of what, 8 years?
So it wasn't even
2016.
just
8 years it took to make this game, only to have it fail in 11 days.
So guys, so it's not even a flop.
sad.
It's literally they destroyed.
It was dead on
themselves.
arrival.
There was
It's
a
a
guy.
disaster.
Okay, you want to know what it is? Here's what it is. A flop would be like dropping a lead weight into a glass of water. It just sinks straight down.
Clunk.
This was a spoonful of salt in the water.
It dissolved.
It dissolved
It
and
never reached-
vanished into
How
the
can you
fucking
reach the
ether.
bottom if you never made it
was
past the
just a pinch of
surface?
salt. It was just
Yeah,
a pinch
yeah,
of
even
salt.
better. Pinch of salt.
Now.
Not even a pinch. It was literally a grain of salt.
Now, the
Oh
problem
my
is
god,
with
that's
this game-
worse.
It happened
Yeah.
a long time ago. See,
Okay.
to begin with, for the last 8 years, the hero shooter genre has literally seen its own rise, fall, and
It's
re-rise.
oversaturated.
It is oversaturated.
Multiplayer only
Overwatch
bullshit.
dominated the scene before it fell apart, and it was replaced by Overwatch 2, which did so badly, it's getting replaced by Overwatch 2.0, which is basically Overwatch 1 again. Meanwhile, Valorant, Apex Legends. What else do we got here? Fortnite. Fortnite is not even a hero shooter. It's just a free-to-play shooter.
Fortnite.
I mean, let's be honest. It has so many changes right now that you can log into Fortnite. It doesn't look anything like it was before. The shooter genre in general, with live service, which basically became popularized because of this garbage, has become enormously popular. Which means that the formula has been refined and fine-tuned to glorious perfection. So everybody knows what a good hero shooter should be. A, preferably it should be free. B, lots of unlockables that you can both pay for and earn. C, it has to play good. If the hero shooter doesn't play good, nobody's gonna like it. That is undeniable. And D, which is very important, no, I mean it, Your characters have to be either cool or fuckable or both.
Yeah.
This is not negotiable.
Preferably both.
Preferably both, obviously. But
Especially fuckable.
Best of both worlds.
and I'm not trying to apply to the whole Cooner philosophy here, because guess what? That is the majority of your audience. Your audience wants to play as cool-looking characters that they also may or may not want to fuck.
Yes.
Even the characters that are purposely ugly should be like cool ugly, you know?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into the article provided to us by Game Rant, and that's going to tell us a little bit more about why Concord is officially dead.
Literally 1 day ago.
By Raul Landaverde.
Coincidentally,
Angel, take it away.
PlayStation and Firewalk Studios' 5v5 hero shooter Concord is now officially deceased, as the game's online servers were taken offline on September the 6th.
Yesterday.
I am walking over a warm grave right now. Refunds. Oh yeah, by the way,
Fresh grave.
it died so hard they are giving back full refunds.
Good.
Good. I was just about
Oh
to ask
wait.
that.
So are you saying that it didn't even make a profit? Literally, they're negative
It made
200 million.
negative profits.
I'm glad that everyone's getting
Refunds
full
are being
refunds.
issued in the coming days, and coincidentally, the game's shutdown falls on the same day at the launch of PlayStation's Team Asobi's platformer Astro Boy for the PS5. Coincidentally, Team Asobi is made of remnants of Japan's team of Sony that was dissolved, among many others, to make this garbage. And if that is not the biggest that I can possibly imagine, I don't know what it is. Less than 2 weeks after the game's August 23rd launch, the developers confirmed that Concord would be taken offline, citing aspects of the game that, this is their quote, did not land as we intended. Translation, guys, we fucked up. Guys, we fucked up. Guys, we fucked up so bad. Guys, glitch, we fucked up so bad. The shutdown date was set on Friday, September the 6th. So it was gonna die even faster, with digital sales of the game being immediately pulled from the store, Epic Store, and Steam Marketplace on September the 3rd. So technically, it died in a week. Because after 1 week, you couldn't buy it anymore. Man, everything that we hear is just worse and worse. This game didn't die. This game was still born.
This is just declining.
Yeah, it just gets worse from
It
here.
burnt in the oven.
It burned in the atmosphere. It was a flashing star, and then just. It was becoming clear that the major decision reading Concord's future was necessary, as the game is estimated to have only sold 25,000 copies across PlayStation and PC. Oh yeah, and it was a console exclusive to only PC and PlayStation, no Xbox for you.
I'm sorry, but exclusives are just kind of stupid at this point.
Concord's exceptionally low Steam player count also led to increased wait times for matchmaking, as in players had to wait for 18 minutes because there were not enough players.
Wait, 18 minutes?
Per match, there weren't enough
Wait,
players.
so it wasn't cross-platform.
No, it wasn't.
Nope.
Okay, that literally kills it even faster.
By the way,
you would
here's-
think this would be cross-platform.
Here's something that they'll never tell
died
you.
in a whimper.
What is it?
Here's something that they'll never tell you. There was a paid beta for people that pre-ordered the game that made really crappy numbers. There was a free beta for everybody that made less numbers than the paid beta.
That should have been their. That should have been their
would've been a red
first
flag.
issue. Something is wrong.
Yeah.
Flags everywhere.
Yeah, like
Red flags!
the death
Oh my
knell
God.
was ringing at that point. It
Like,
was going off like the
COD
bells of
lovers
Notre
saying
Dame.
here, if you guys played Destiny 2 Vanilla, that's basically Concord. Bungie developers made the game.
Yeah, it basically played like Destiny, and let me be honest, people are fucking pissed at Destiny right now. So there's the official Twitter account for Concord has confirmed that the game servers are now offline. That's right, this game doesn't exist, which also means that any people that has a physical copy of this game basically is holding a priceless piece of garbage, rendering the game unplayable for the foreseeable future. Fuck you. How dare you make this unplayable? The post was kept brief, with the developers thanking the players for joining them in the Concord Galaxy, aka 25 people. Due to the growing apathy towards the title, many gamers on Twitter have voiced contentment over the hero shooter being taken offline. However, there is some concern about the Concord developers, as the industry is concerned regarding layoffs, has a few users questioning the future of Firewalk Studios. Yeah, it is likely Firewalk Studios is going to get walked into a grave.
What studio?
Oh shit. I don't know, my memory just vanished all of a sudden. What were we talking about?
Fire burning.
Walk with me, like the Twin Peaks? Yeah, no. To begin with, this game was never getting a good reception. The trailer alone, ironically, for having portraying a bunch of relatively colorful characters, didn't have that much color. In
Listen,
fact,
I didn't even know what Concord was until you guys told me.
here's where it gets hilarious. If you watch the trailer, the throwaway villains that the heroes are fighting actually look more distinct than the heroes. I'm not kidding. They had this villain that was wearing this elaborate orange coat with a spaceman helmet and 2 laser guns. She's nowhere to be seen in the actual game. She was just there for the cutscene.
What?
The actual heroes themselves are,
Damn.
for lack of a better term, meh. Every character in the roster looks kind of meh, and the elite skins you can unlock somehow make the characters look worse.
Wait. So the skins you have to pay for make them look even.
Or if you unlock
Dumber.
them, they look even. In fact, let me
Why
give you a
would you
brief
pay for it
rundown. Let me
then?
show it to you. Concord characters.
This is so ridiculous.
You're going to love this because these are some of the ugliest, most bland characters you've ever seen in your life.
How ugly?
Look at this.
Okay, now I need to see.
Look at this. That's a person in there. Look at this.
All right,
Can you determine
well-
who these characters are and what they do? Look at this John Concord over here. Look at this poor
that-
man. Look at his face. Look at that face of ultimate despair.
Well, Angel's
Well, the face
showing
is right
off-
here.
The face is right there, Angel.
Oh, the
yes, not Star-Lord.
Jesus, man. Look at this. Oh, my God.
Who are they?
She is kind of hot.
She's not playable.
Boo.
You see this
What
guy?
else is roided up Hellboy looking
This guy is playable, but he's basically a combination of Worf and Drax. Their personalities are not...
Okay.
This girl, she's the only one that looks slightly interesting because of her big helmet, but the rest of her
Okay,
suit...
but the other girl
Can
was
you-
hot.
Can you determine anything about the suit?
All right. It's pretty much garbage. All right.
Everybody
Blech.
looks, for lack of a better term, derivative. And that combined with the fact that the gameplay wasn't that interesting compared to other games, it wasn't doing anything new, it led to its death. It never cracked higher than 1,000 players. In fact, I don't think it ever reached 1,000 concurrent players.
Oh boy.
Actually,
Wait, so 1,000 players with 25,000 copies sold?
Yeah, that is a good question. It is likely that, like I said,
So 24,000 people never even
mind
booted
you,
it up.
and look, I'm talking about the Steam charts. I don't know about
Okay.
the PlayStation 5 numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
All right.
still.
Because you said the Steam had much lower numbers.
Yes.
Okay, dig it over here. Refunds for Concord are still being accepted and processed. In addition, PlayStation and Firewalk Studios are, quote, exploring options for the future of Concord, meaning that the game could potentially return at a later date as a free-to-play title. Fans wanting more after the game's shutdown may look forward to a new episode of
wants
Secret
more of
Level
this?
by Amazon set in the Concord universe.
Oh.
All 25 of
What the fuck?
Funny thing
It's
about that
unclear.
one, that animated short
Yeah.
was done in a cell shade style, and the characters actually look good. Or at least they look halfway decent.
Okay, well, here's the thing. You're now going to say, oh, yeah, maybe it'll return in the future as free to play. It's like, yeah, but you kind of,
Or
you...
who
you-
wants to play
you-
this?
After what just happened, you really think people are going to give you a second chance?
Allow
Yeah,
me to
really
give
think
it's
you,
too
people are gonna be
little,
like,
too
oh my
late.
god, I can't wait for it.
allow me to give you
really
some
think so?
contrast. Moments after this game dropped this testing beta, Marvel Rivals dropped the testing beta. The
Whoopsie.
gameplay was praised, but more importantly, the characters were praised because they were both cool and fuckable. I am not playing this as a joke. This is what sells shit. Sex sells, and that is not a bad thing. And for contrast, this is how Storm looks like in that game.
Wait, let me
In
see.
Marvel
Let me
Rivals?
see my girl. Let me
Marvel
see my
Rivals?
girl.
That's not a
Hello,
girl.
mommy.
That is
That
a
is
woman.
the goddess.
Oh,
That is a
right.
woman-ass
Oh.
woman.
There's a
Hello,
Whoa.
mommy.
And for the record, I
all
can't...
hail the queen.
All
can't-
God, I
say
love
is-
Storm.
Yeah.
Again,
Slay queen,
all I have
slay.
to say again is hello,
Meow.
mommy.
And yeah, she gets the original colors too.
Oh shit!
The black and gold.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
So yeah.
Hey.
Oh yes.
Ooh.
And in case you're wondering,
Yes,
the game is free to play. All
Okay.
the characters are available, and all the characters look badass, cool, or fuckable, or any combination of the three. That's what matters in a hero shooter. It's
Yes,
called
please.
hero. Heroes, by their very definition, are meant to be larger than life. They are meant to be extraordinary, an almost unreachable idea, like Storm's ass cheeks. Seriously, one of the most beautiful model asses I ever seen in video game story. Like that girl gives Bayonetta a run for money. I'm not exaggerating here.
So are you saying that
Damn.
if you play it, you'll just be distracted the entire match by
Maybe
your ass?
I will. Especially because Marvel Rivals has a third-person option. So you
Oh
can see
no!
your
Okay,
character.
so if you guys want to win a match, literally just ask Angel to
So-
play as Storm, and he'll just be distracted.
So
What if I'm distracted but motivated? Huh?
So judging from
You'll
the
be distracted.
So judging from everything we've already read in the article, the statistics and everything, yeah, no, Concord is pretty much left in the dust.
This thing.
You mean it just let out a pathetic whimper?
the very definition of
You can't whimper if you're dissolved.
striking where the iron is
As you're dissolving.
frozen
The lead,
solid.
The lead brick actually could let out a single little whimper. Like you sometimes you get like one of those weird tiny air bubbles pop out sometimes.
That's
You
what
know,
it sounded
That,
like.
And it goes.
something like that. But this didn't even give you that.
Yeah, this is not even. There's a dude on YouTube that makes the rise and fall of video game franchises or videos. He outright said, "I don't think I can make a game about this because he never rised." A video about this. So yeah, sadly, I wouldn't say sadly because they kind of brought this on themselves. Fuck you, Sony. $200 million.
They say fuck pants, so we say fuck them.
8 years. I think I need you guys to understand. Do you have any idea how long it takes to make a video game? it should not take 8 years. For the record, Monster Hunter Wilds, which is coming out soon, do you know how long it took? 5 years only.
I mean, they don't have the record over how long it took for a video.
It
game. Kingdom
shouldn't
Hearts
take-
3.
It shouldn't take 8
Well, that
years,
doesn't
but there are some
Final Fantasy
developers
15.
that well, you know, there are reasons why they take so long because some games would release sooner, but they don't really hit it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or-
but this is a
or-
multiplayer game, dude. The skeleton
Or
is right
if,
there.
guys,
Take
or
them.
if they end up having to change from one.
Engine to
One
another.
Yeah,
to
because
another.
that
That means you
takes
gotta
a
scrap the whole
long.
thing.
That takes
Now-
a
And
long
then you have to
time.
rebuild
Yes.
everything.
We will never know the reasons, and sadly, this is the most that we will know because Concord died in the crib. Like, more like crib.
Yeah, it
cold.
was.
Yeah. They took their secrets to the grave.
Sir, yeah. What was he saying? Let's see. Are they finally fixing Overwatch? Nope.
No.
That's the definition of failure. Can we go back to the days of video games where you get everything you paid
Yes,
for?
Please,
So which version of
shall I
Guardians
go
of the
on the
Galaxy?
No.
I've
back?
sang
The
all my
good old
life.
days.
Let's see, cry out. Let's see. If I had the time, I want to record songs. Concord is the bad bootleg version of Guardians of the Galaxy.
It is.
Oh,
I'm not kidding.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Mic
trailer
drop?
makes it very clear they are trying to be Guardians of the Galaxy, but no one is going to care because there's nothing to care for. By the way, there is absolutely no other supplemental information about Concord, no character shorts, no comic, no information. You're just thrown into the Big Bang and try to tell you to figure it out.
Okay, but people like to know
Also-
backstories
Nah,
and
fuck
their
off. Grab a gun
information
and start
stuff.
walking.
Okay,
like
listen,
tutorials.
guys, listen. I'm a simple human being, and I'm easily abused. I will rather watch a 30-second clip of little baby Groot dancing at the end of the first movie of Guardians of the Galaxy than play this shit.
You can play as Groot in Marvel's Rivals.
You can play as Groot.
You can also play as Spider-Man, and
I
somehow
would
they
like
managed
to
to
play
put
as-
his swing
play
in the
as
game.
baby
The
Groot.
dude
Oh,
is
shit.
he flies all over the goddamn map.
Nice.
But they balance the character so he just literally cannot get everywhere. But Spider-Man is the most agile character in the game.
Okay, and apparently Sarah Serendi, she went ahead and sent me this here that she wants everyone to hear. So give me a second.
All right.
I will say this until the day I die. We need American McGee's out of the asylum. No more shooter games.
I am so sorry, but that is literally not happening. Like, the creator outright says, sorry, man, the corpos don't want it. So that franchise ain't going nowhere.
Like-
Who knows? Maybe in the future. Maybe somewhere out there.
Alice Asylum is unfortunately not continuing, but still, god dang.
Yeah.
See, don't need forced fandoms. Okay, I get it. Sarah Serendi. Listen, honey, you've been saying this straight for
burger will
like
never
3
end.
weeks. Chill. We get you.
Now,
Oh yeah, Weapon Crusade.
yeah, like I said, the Concord basically came out at the worst
Vision of
possible
Mana
time.
shut down their studio in the
Yeah,
same day.
those
Yeah.
bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ironically, Vision of Mana is a good game. People who are playing it are loving that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you can, you know what? If you had the money, instead of buying Concord, go buy Visions of Mana. You'll have a better time.
All
Listen,
right.
I
Well,
will
Yeah,
buy
let's.
there's
Now
got to
let's
be.
talk about something better.
Please,
What,
let's talk
Agent?
about something better.
Please.
Please.
Let's talk about justice. Do you believe in justice?
Of course I do.
I believe
it
in
depends because
Depends.
currently justice in this country is kind of shit.
I believe
So-
in justice. I believe in the
Dun,
justice
dun,
that lets
dun.
me terrorize
No,
minorities.
no, guys. You know what I believe in? I believe in just us.
Ah.
Don't-
Ah.
Yay.
Oh my God,
Now, unfortunately, the entertainment industry doesn't believe in justice, and many people in the entertainment industry, voice actors, programmers, motion capturers, musicians, will happily tell you how the corporates try to fuck them over every time they chance to. And as we know, there has been a case of that has been happened before. There was a SAG-AFTRA strike a few years ago regarding
No,
the
yeah,
horrible,
2 years
horrible
ago,
working
yeah.
conditions. 2 years ago, thank you. The horrible working conditions on both TV shows and animated shows that managed to reach an uneasy alliance. Now, unfortunately, it was uneasy for a reason. What we thought was a time of peace was, in fact, the Cold War, because now there is another SAG-AFTRA debacle going down, and this time is with video game developers, which, I gotta be honest with you, I expected them to make the first one, because video game devs get fucked harder than anybody else. in
Well,
this
we covered it.
Oh,
Well, we
yeah.
covered it a while ago here on this channel of SAG-AFTRA getting involved with the video game strike, right?
Yep, and now there has been some news on that. As we did promise you, we would keep an eye on the matter. We have a new article by
GameIndustry.biz.
GameIndustry.biz, written by
Dot
somebody
biz.
whose name I don't know.
Where is even the fucking here?
By
Wow, this website is
James
not intuitive.
Batchelor.
James Batchelor. What?
James Batchelor published yesterday. The headline
Yeah.
reads,
Developers behind 80 games are signing up to the SAG-AFTRA. That's right. We got some bigger names jumping into this cauldron of disaster to see what's going to happen here. Now,
Ark Survivor Evolved, Creator
Wow,
Studio
Ark.
Wildcard, and Vampire Therapist Dev.
okay, let's keep going.
Okay.
Performers Union,
Hang on.
SAG-AFTRA, has secure agreements with... You know what? I'm just going to read from my phone. It's
No,
easier
I
that
got
way.
you. I got you. Here we go. It's just that, like I said, this website is not intuitive.
Friendly. Yeah, it's not friendly.
It's not.
Yeah.
These are websites for phones. This is for the phone. Performance Union SAG-AFTRA has secure agreement with the developers behind 80 upcoming games as it continues to strike over better conditions for actors, including protection against the reckless use of AI. The unions have now announced that several developers have signed either tiered budget or interim video game agreements, including some who have not been targeted by the strike action. Good thinking, because if they came for them, they'll come for you. Named studios include the studio Wildcard that made Ark Survival Evolved, Little Bad Games, working on indie games Vampire Therapist, and Francisco Gonzalez, the developers of a series of retro-style point-and-click adventures including Rosewater and Lamplight City.
The news follows SAG-AFTRA's announcement that it had secured its first agreement with Lightspeed LA,
Yay.
the Tencent developer behind the upcoming open-world sci-fi game Last Sentinel. Quote, we applaud those video game companies signing our tiered budget and interim agreements, said the union's national executive director and chief negotiator, Duncan Crabtree Ireland. Not only are they doing the right thing by their workers, they're also helping to preserve the human art, integrity, and creativity that fuels interactive storytelling. Hey, union members have been on strike since July after 18 months of negotiations, failed to secure better working conditions, and, amongst other things, reassurance that their voices will not be modified or replaced using AI. Companies that SAG-AFTRA had been negotiating with included a collective bargaining group encompassing Activision, Blindlight, Disney, EA, Formosa Interactive, Insomnia, Llama Productions, Take-Two Productions, VoiceWorks Productions, and WB Games. Crabtree Ireland added, these agreements signed that the video game signal that the video game companies in the collective bargaining group do not represent the will of the larger video game industry. The many companies that are happy to agree to our AI terms prove that these terms are not only reasonable, but feasible and sustainable for business.
So there you have it. It seems that after a long time and some strikes, we're seeing some strides in this strike, where some companies are actually jumping in and going, you know what, maybe getting screwed over by the AI might not be such a good thing. What an amazing thing. Holy crap, good news for a change. Now, obviously,
I know.
You cannot make the AI go away completely. It's too convenient. It's too easy of use. But they are at least trying to reach a compromise, a good middle ground where people can still get paid a livable wage. Because when it comes to the video game industry, ironically, it feels a lot like the acting industry in that you are there is no safety. There is no net. You get thrown out, good luck. And if you get grabbed by one of the big corpos, you got to work on their terms. Otherwise, they'll just replace you in 5 seconds. Listen, kid, there's a lot of orphans on the line waiting for their slop. If you don't want yours, I can just give it to him. Please, sir, may I have some more? More? Kind of like that. But yeah, no, it seems that for once, we're getting the industry having big names pull together and go, yeah, maybe this is not such a good idea.
Yes, because as I said so on this channel, I was let down by that lazy-ass strike from Reddit that only lasted less than 36 hours before they gave up.
Cowards.
And I was also let down, and me and Juan have split opinions about this, the compromise at the end of the SAG-AFTRA strike with the Writers Guild Association.
They had to come up with something over here, and considering that, yes, there still is some AI involvement in the writers and SAG-AFTRA agreements on there, the way that it's written, those AI agreements and all that shit, and like the digital body double replacement stuff, SAG-AFTRA is actually leading in with that and saying like, okay, no. You fucking studios want to use our likeness? Okay, here is how we are going to let you use our fucking likeness. You want it, you're gonna go to these fucking terms.
The size of my dick is that big, and you will not render it any smaller.
You see these pixels?
Yeah?
Fuck these pixels. I want
Okay.
those over there.
Okay, cut to the poor programmer who spends 70 hours depixelating penises.
Sorry, union rules. It's like, it's at the very least like this
It's like
way,
the animals from the Flintstones. It's a living.
Like, at least this way, the performers, the actors, the writers, the voice actors,
At least they get their due.
they're getting their due, and they're actually getting to have their say in being able to dictate these terms. Because if you can't stop the rise of AI and all that shit, at the very least, you can fold it into your advantage. And that's what these union groups are trying to do at the very least. If you can't get rid of it all the way, which obviously the studios don't want to fucking get rid of it because they want to get their cut.
It's too easy.
Yeah. They're like, okay, you want it easy? All right, we'll work with you. Here are our terms. take it or leave it.
It's one of those.
Fuck.
Listen, the deck is stacked. The dice are loaded, but it's the only game in town.
Yes.
Everybody's gotta play it.
Okay,
If,
I understand
if the dice are loaded, then they can't get mad at you when you have a magnet in your ring as you're placing your bets.
Everybody's
All right,
cheating.
I understand it. I still don't agree with it, but
Oh
I'm
no,
moving
I
on.
agree with Joe's disagreement. I wanted some buildings to get firebombed. The lack of firebombing was really disappointing to me.
All right, well, let's move on to the final piece.
No,
Unless
that was it.
Oh, well, I guess that was it.
I
Yeah.
wanted to end it with some good news, because I've been ending it with nothing but terrible news for the last 5 weeks.
Thank
Yeah,
you, my
you
friend.
have.
You do think about my feelings.
For the last half year, all my video game news have been, and then a bunch of people got fired.
And
I
and
know.
then
It's
this
been
got
pretty
stupid, and then people were getting dumber,
Yeah.
and then this people got fired, and then this company got
And
merged
then
in
the
with that.
game was shit.
All right,
Or
well,
at the very least now, yeah, good news. We like
Yeah.
this.
with that said, folks, we have reached the end of our program, and we appreciate all of you tuning in tonight. We appreciate you guys engaging with us in the live chat, and we appreciate the new faces that popped up
What's up?
today.
What's up, Angel?
The results of the poll. We forgot to check.
Oh,
them.
yeah,
Let's
go
check
ahead
the results
and
of the poll now that
hang
we're
on.
reaching
Thank you
the
for reminding
end. Let's check the results.
End poll, and the verdict, the votes are in with a total of, 14 votes. We've got the winning thing on here. How do you feel about Emily Armstrong joining Linkin Park? 57% of you said, hell yeah, LP is back. 21% saying judge the band by the music.
Fair enough.
14% saying no, Linkin Park finished with Chester. And 7% said no, get rid of the Scientologist.
We respect all opinions here.
Hey, it's all good. No worries.
We
Everyone
keep
has a
this
different take about
nice
it.
and consider- Give me their social
Oh, good
security
job,
numbers now.
Sarah.
Angel, what the
It's been
hell?
3 weeks.
What are you going to do
yeah.
with all that?
No, we're
Shit.
glad that you're feeling better over here, Sarah.
Keep
Especially
fighting
if
the
you
good
have-
fight, girl. Every day
See,
you get up is a day you defy life.
Rick
Would like-
Zilla, look at
no,
this
wait,
going
hang on a minute,
into-
Juan. I got to cut you off. I'm sorry. But, I just want to remind Sarah Serenity, we do have resources that's available if they're stuck in this situation.
You're right, we do. And Sarah was even messaging me saying, when I get famous, I'm going to buy EA games and I'm going to give it to the Ravens flock.
Thank you, girl. When you find yourself in Hollywood with your head buried into a bucket of cocaine, think about it.
Dude!
Angel,
You
why do you have
hag!
to go there?
Because she's going to Hollywood when she gets famous.
You-
It is
She didn't
almost
say anything about Hollywood.
It is obligatory to develop a drug addiction when you go
Angel,
there.
Angel.
Angel, she didn't
Fine.
say
dear
anything.
God.
Fine. When you
Okay.
have your head buried into a bucket of mysterious white powder,
Oh, dear
think
God.
of us.
Powdered caffeine, there.
Caffeine.
Caffeine is literally a drug.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Colombian coffee.
Before we finish up, we do need to let you guys know of what we have in store for you next week. This is important. We are calling on everyone in the Ravens flock for this.
So please watch this announcement.
The following is a public service announcement from the Ravens flock.
I'm Jose Casabona.
I am Angel Mendez.
And I'm Juan Arauz, and
we are the Ravens flock. Folks, this is absolutely an exciting time right now because we are planning something really big for September, and this is a first time for us.
We here at the Ravens flock have partnered up with a charity called Stack Up to bring you a special all-night charity stream where we're going to be playing Dead Space and raising money to help veterans in need.
That is correct. Normally, we here enjoy the good times and the fun times, but we are not afraid to tackle difficult and serious subjects. Mental health and the well-being of our veterans and worldwide veterans is very important. So we're going to sit down and face the horrors of Dead Space to help the people that are facing the horrors in their own minds, and we would like you to be there with us.
Yep, our stream will be on Saturday, September 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on this channel. And we hope that you'll join us because every cent counts, every dollar counts to help not only support mental health, but also to help support the veterans who have fought for us, not just in the States, but also abroad.
We hope to see you there, folks. Remember, go to stackup.org to learn more about our brand new partners over here. And we'll also be providing you with the donation link. So if you want to chip in early, you are free to do so.
Every cent counts, every well-wish counts, and we sincerely hope that you will join us because all of it goes towards a genuinely good and worthwhile cause.
We hope to see you guys on September. Until then, have a good night. All right, that's right, folks. On Saturday, September 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern, nerds all over the internet, the Ravens Flock invites you to our Lost in Dead Space Stack Up charity stream.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die.
For the sake of making it as brutal as possible, we are playing the original Dead Space on PS3 because the new Dead Space is posed to shit and it's also way too easy compared to the real one.
Oh, so we gotta go with the OG. We gotta go with the real
The
authenticity.
best
Also, the best part
one.
is that in the first game, Isaac, the main character, is silent. So we are gonna be the voice of Isaac. Expect a lot of swearing.
We are going to be chaotic.
We always swear, and we always have commentaries. So you
Expect
know
a
what?
lot of screaming.
But this is all done for a good cause. It is a charity stream, so we are raising money to help fund for programs for mental health assistance for our veterans, not just veterans in the States, but also our allied forces as well.
So we're inviting every one of you guys to spread the word of this live stream. We're gonna set up the link for it by the end of this weekend, so we can share it all over the place. But we're inviting you guys to share the Stack Up donation link that's in the live chat. Share that, even if you yourself can't donate. Share it to others. Let people know what we're up to, and we invite you all to join us in this awesome cause because we're doing it as a late night slumber party live stream.
Ice cream.
Yes, we're having
Ice cream.
we're making it an
I'm
ice cream
making my
party
food.
too.
I want
Yes, we are.
ice
I'm making
cream
my pasta.
and beer.
Now
You
that
want
being,
beer? Sure, bring Guinness.
No,
Fuck.
I want ice cream beer now.
now that being said, folks,
maybe.
because
Disgusting.
we're having the charity stream next week, we will not be doing an episode of Los Amigos Play, nor will we be doing our main episode, The Ravens Flock, next week because we're saving all that energy for the charity stream.
However, Angel, you got us started with highest cringe quality, the likes of which I haven't seen in 15 years. God,
Yes.
fuck you.
But I may be cringe, but I am free. There are no hogs on me, but what there will be hogs is on the GameCube that we will be playing every consequent Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we now engage Shadow the Hedgehog.
And Los
The
Amigos.
Edgehog.
Yes!
No, it's Shadow the Edgehog.
He is the
No,
hedgehog.
Shad Ow, the
It's Ow the
Edgehog.
Edge.
Hedgehog.
Now, for the record, we have not forgotten the Metal Gear series. We will resume that one. We're doing this one especially as a celebration for the upcoming Sonic movie, which has also Chongos Keanu 3000 on it. So we figure we might as well show a little extra of where he came from and where his most popular moments came.
All the grim dark edgelord freaking
Yeah.
hot topic ass.
Listen,
freaking
Shadow's
My
freaking
Chemical Romance
amazing.
ass.
Yes,
fucking
he is.
ass and asses.
Ironic, considering the fact that the
Shadow.
game
You can
itself is not
sneer
that
all you
difficult.
want. You know I'm right.
No, you're not.
Shadow's the best.
Proving
Sorry.
you wrong is
Otto,
as easy as
you're
taking
the odd
candy
one
from
out.
a baby,
Yeah,
which
no.
is
Love
fine
Eddie
by
Hedgehog.
me. And I hope that you
I'm
will
gonna let
join
my
us.
dick talk
So
now.
we will steal all the candy from all the babies at 5 p.m. on YouTube and kick.
All right. And for any pro wrestling fans out there, tune into my program, which is Wrestle Rewind, every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube at Kick, where me and my tag partner, Mr. Juan Arauz, we review 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact.
Angel over here voguing with the Randy Orton pose.
Oh my gosh.
The masculine urge to
Sis,
Randy Orton.
Give the bunnies.
I have
Give the bunnies.
no, it's his
Here's
Randy
what-
Orton JoJo pose. I just realized Randy Orton's JoJoing.
He's JoJoing as hard as he can.
You can't even see the bunny ears.
Well, listen,
They
listen.
counsel me. They understand. They talk to me.
Use both your hands.
All right, please stop. You're provoking him.
Fine.
Fine, go ahead.
Yeah.
Anyways, now while I can't guarantee any Randy Ortons, unfortunately, tune into this week's edition because me and Juan will be discussing the main event for this year's annual pay-per-view event, AEW All Out.
Which one is the main
You
event
mean
match?
the comedy?
Which is the main event match? Is it the match between Swerve Strickland and Hangman Adam Page after Hangman burned Swerve Strickland's childhood home down? Or are we talking
Hold
about
on,
a
what?
world
It's
yeah.
either that or Brian Danielson versus Jack Perry.
Man, this
Defending
big
the
shit
AEW
gets
World
serious in the
Championship.
streets.
We'll get to it when we get to it, but be sure to look out for that this coming Thursday. And of course, we have a program on Wednesday nights, don't we?
Yes, we do, and that would be my show, The Black Files, the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. As you guys can tell, especially those of you who came in just a little bit later, I'm talking to you, COD player. We here at the Ravens Flock cover a whole wide swath of stories spanning the spectrum of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. But on the Black Files, we hone in on just one story. On the Black Files, we cut deep. We don't hold back our opinions. We will swear like we're swearing
Sailors?
now. And like sailors. And hopefully, in the middle of all this discourse, we'll be able to find something close to resembling the truth. This past Wednesday, we went ahead and followed up on a story that we had involving a former member of the Ravens flock, who is basically a fucking menace to society now, Deimos Cosplay. Like I said before, I don't want to talk about her anymore unless she decides to be antagonistic towards other people in the future.
Or she does more shit.
Or if she does more shit, that's exactly what I mean. But like, I'm not even really angry with her anymore. I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed because we thought better of her.
Have you become so numb that you could feel it there? Become so tired?
So much more aware.
Yeah, no, for now...
I'm becoming this, all I want to do is be more like me.
Oh, hey, the song actually fits. Cool.
Oh, my God. But listen, for now, the book is closed on Deimos Cosplay.
If she decides to pop up out of it like fucking Toon World, you're more than welcome to try. But let me take a look here. Oh yeah, Deimos the demon Juan is acting so adorable. Please bring me over there. Blah. Okay. Well, when we can. Acting adorable. I appreciate that. Still waiting for y'all to play Poppy's Playtime. Good God.
Do it.
Do it.
Yo, we got a backlog of shit that we're gonna play.
We got a lot of things.
Where can we turn in for the Black Files?
Point is, you can request access to our program, The Black Files, live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time right here on YouTube and Kick.
And, of course, tune into our main show, the #1 show on our channel, The Ravens Flock, which is every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube and Kick, where we, the motley crew of nerds, are gathered here to discuss the latest news and topics circulating in the world of nerd and geek culture. Whether it's a slow week, a busy week, or even a dead week, no matter what game is gonna be dead on arrival, there's always something to talk about and to share with each and every one of you, and that's exactly what we do. And once again, we appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. This has been something that we've been doing since 2013, working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission. With that being said, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Folks, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, Dragonfang Cosplay, xeiana Rose Cosplay, kstorm Cosplay, and yours truly, Juan Arauz, as we bring you the latest news of the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between, working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission. Join us as we go live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content, become an inner flocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet, we are the Ravens Flock, and we are out.
Because we're one step closer to the edge.
And I'm about to break!